That's my way of testing the mic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Probably can't hear it though. 1 second. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's popping. Oh no! That is empty. Well, I guess I'm just gonna sit around and wait for it. Hey, what's up, Cheap? How you doing? Hi, Cheap. Nobody's here. You're not gonna turn on your mic. What's up, Ashes? Cheap, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, yeah, I was muted, not by the mic. I just keep getting muted.
Oh no.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of people yesterday also at this time, but later people joined.
I guess we just won. We just won, and that's what happened.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently. You're vegan, Ashes. That's good. Oh, you can't hear Cheap well. Yeah. It's because my desktop audio is low. Cheap, can you say a few words?
A few words.
Awesome. There you go. Yeah, I had to lower it because of the last stream. And, you know, it's not like I'm a professional fucking YouTuber now. It's not like I'm supposed to know what I'm doing.
I mean, you are a professional YouTuber. What do you mean? 1 point. Oh, I should change that. I should change my stream to have the, as you said, to only subscriptions.
Yeah. Do that. And then it's also gonna pop up in the soy feed. So everybody in the chat, only 4 of you, but that's okay. If you haven't joined my vegan YouTube feed on Discord, you should do it. And you should also talk to small vegan YouTubers and let them know that this thing exists. That it already helped. Like one of the people who joined, Jade for Justice, she gained like 10 subscribers in 1 day. So it's working. It's helping small YouTubers gain a little bit more subscribers, gain a little bit more watch time, gain a little bit more reach. So help us out. This is an effort that we all have to do together, the creators and the watchers as well. So join the Discord, tell your favorite small creators to join, to DM me, because I need to add them to the feed. So they have to DM me like a little bit of information, just one thing actually. So let them know is what I'm saying. What's up, Zozu?
What's up?
Yeah, not too bad. Had a low energy start, but I'm getting there today. And you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Are you vegan, Zozu? Are you vegan? Oh, you don't want to tell me? That's okay. What's up, T4? You're kind of hot micing. If you're trying to speak, we can't really understand. T4? What's up? You're hot micing and we can't understand. Okay, well, I don't know why people do this.
They join, they hot mic, and they leave. Zozo, do you know what being vegan is? I guess they're not really interested in finding out what being vegan is.
Yes.
Yeah, Zozo, are you vegan?
Yeah.
Sir, can you come closer to whatever mic it is, because you sound really far away from your mic. Whichever place is your microphone, just come closer to it. Like if it's your phone, just turn your phone like, you know, well, like horizontally or something.
And they left.
Okay.
Ashes. Being vegan is, you know, respecting the rights of animals. It's not a diet.
Down, down, down.
I keep thinking about what would be a good example in a human context where people can understand the fact that it's not a diet, because so many people just focus on the diet so much. It's like
I don't,
it's insane.
here's the thing, Chip. I don't mind the focus on a diet. I mind that they think that it's only a diet. The focus on a diet part is I don't know, understandable, right? Because it's the only thing that you actually interact with every single day in a way that is like the hardest to change, right? When I go with people through the list of, well, do you need leather? Do you need to go to circuses? Do you need to do this? Do you need to do that? Can you buy like cosmetics that are not tested on animals? It's all yes, 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 yes. And then, do you need to eat animal products? And then it goes into the shithole of being kind of weird, being incredibly resistant to this change, you know.
Yeah, animal agriculture has done a really good number on convincing people that they should consume animal products. I'm not even saying that they need to. I think a lot of people just think they should.
Yeah, bro, it's so ingrained in culture, and it's basically originates from an ad campaign. How weird is that? So weird.
No, I agree. Hey, FX Fury, are you vegan?
No.
Can you come a little bit closer to the mic because we can't understand you?
Okay, I'm not vegan, by the way.
Oh,
Do
why
you know
not?
what being vegan is?
No, I said I'm not vegan. I eat chicken or like fish.
Yeah, do you know what being vegan is? Cheap asks you.
No.
Okay, Cheap, go on. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so
go on.
yeah, go on VPM. I think it's better if you do.
Okay, so veganism is not a diet. It's a stance against exploitation and slaughter of animals. So by saying no, I'm not vegan, you are saying, well, I think we should exploit and slaughter more animals. Does that sound sensible to you, FX?
No.
So do you think if we can, we should exploit and
You know what?
not exploit and slaughter
I think-
animals?
No. You know what I think? I should kill myself right now.
Can you come closer to the mic even more? It's really hard to listen, to hear you.
Okay, now can you hear me?
No, come closer.
Oh my god!
Okay, it's not screaming. It would be also helpful. Like wherever your mic is, just come closer to it. It's fine.
Hold on.
You just need to maybe figure out where your mic is. It happens. It happens.
Fuck this shit. Hold on.
I can hear you pretty good now. Oh shit, they left. Too bad. What's up? That M something. What's up? How you doing?
Is it Mark? Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Mark. I'm just here to listen, to be honest.
Sure. Do you know what being vegan means? Just asking you
Uh,
that.
I am. So don't worry about it.
You are vegan?
Yeah, yeah.
What does it mean to be vegan to you?
I am vegan. Don't worry about that. I've been here
Sure,
for
okay.
quite a while now.
Yeah, then
Oh,
answer
okay.
the question. Like, just answer the question then.
I
What-
am indoctrinated. Don't worry.
Yeah, what does it mean for you to be vegan? What does that mean, vegan?
Wait, are you actually asking, or you just
No.
policing
We're
me?
actually asking. We just want to know because you just use the indoctrinated word that
Yeah,
turned the
yeah,
light
as a
bulb.
joke. As a joke.
Okay. So what does vegan mean?
I feel like you're policing me. It happens every time I join this chat.
It's just a simple
Listen,
question.
Mark. Yeah, don't take it personally. It's just we get a lot of people who come in here and say they're vegan. So I see that you do have the vegan tag,
I am
but you
from
know, just for
ethical reasons.
namesake, imagine it as two-factor authentication. Just say what being vegan
Yeah,
is,
but
and then
that's
let's
what
move
I
on.
don't like, to be honest. Like the two-factor authentication sort of. Like
Okay,
it's,
then
it's
you
like,
can leave. You can leave. It's fine.
No, but I'm here to listen. Like I wanted you to talk to like some non-vegan people and like listen to that.
Sure.
That's why I joined.
Sure. There's no non-vegans, unfortunately, right now, but sure.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It's because we're winning. It's because we know what veganism is and don't mind saying it. That's how it goes.
Okay.
Like, it's a very simple question. I answer that question like 20 times a day. I don't know why you can't, frankly. It's
I
not
even
policing.
explain
It's
it.
not about policing.
Yeah.
It's about just like saying what you think the word means. It's like giving a definition. Policing. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's mostly for ethical reasons. It's not about the diet. I know that.
There you go. Was that so hard? Jesus.
No, it's just I get
Jesus.
this question every time I join.
Maybe because you don't join often enough. Most vegans who join here join more often. But that's okay. I'll remember your name, Mark, and we'll look at your tag.
Yeah,
again,
we,
okay?
yeah, we can give you a tag or something, and then when you tag vegan,
He does have a tag.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine then. I don't look at that stuff. I trust you, cheap.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I just looked at it myself, and I'm assuming whoever gave him the tag
Yeah.
already checked.
Yeah.
Hey, Artix. How are you doing today?
Dude, thank you.
That's a cute dog.
Yeah,
Is that your dog?
yeah.
Yeah. What's his name or her? What's his name or her? Sick. Oh, you're sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Then you can have a conversation in the chat, I guess. I'm not gonna make you talk.
Are you vegan, Artix? Just curious.
He is.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Did you just wake up,
No, they're sick.
Artix? Did you just wake up? I'm just curious.
No, they said they're sick.
Are they sick? Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, no problem. They said it in the chat though. Yeah. No, bro, no worries. Oh, poor guy. Okay. Well, I'm gonna address the chat for a second. Be right back. Oppo. It's insane that you just refer to their dog as him or her. Well, they're not. That dogs have sex. Like they have like a definition of sex. They have sexual reproductive systems. They have the sexual chromosomes. So I don't understand why I wouldn't address dogs by him or her and not an it. It is a pronoun that we use for objects, usually. So I don't know why. Do you mean why I didn't address them as they? I don't think dogs have a concept of gender. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but until I know for sure, there is no reason. Yeah. I think gender is a human selective trait. I don't think it's dogs. But I don't mind when people say they about dogs. Don't mind them. It's just it's a totally efficient pronoun to use with dogs. It's fine. Will they just get here? I don't know. Oppo, do I live rent-free in your mind? They are similar to us, but I don't think they have the concept of gender. There are also differences. There are similarities and there are differences. Yeah, it's your first time, I know. I usually remember people. Well, I remember repeating people. Not so much trolls. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chat, the Discord.
Blender.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm good. I mean, I asked all the questions.
Oh, okay.
Blender. Okay.
Yeah, Mark, did you not know that male chicks are blended up alive on their first day of life?
Yeah, I do know, but like the way he said it,
What's the problem with the way they said it?
there's no problem.
Cool.
It was just such a straight answer. He just said blender.
That's factually
To
correct.
the point.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Why do we keep slaughtering animals? Why do we do it?
You know, VPM, I was in Romania for a week, and I think it's just the disconnect is big. That's the biggest issue. It's just the disconnect. Like, so many people are so disconnected from what they pay for, and they
There are
just
so many
go
ways
around.
of preparation.
It's insane to me. Like you literally go to a supermarket and it just doesn't show anything of the process, doesn't speak about the process. There's nothing. It's not like the process matters, as we know, but the process does get you to wake up, you know? It's that kick that you need to wake up.
Yeah. What's up, Starboy? Starboy. You Starboy. You boy from the stars. Do you have a mic, Starboy? Cheap. You have Felix is demanding stuff off of you in the chat. By the way, Chip, you are in the soy
Let me
feed.
see.
You are in the soy feed. And so if you go live, it's gonna publish there. So that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. If you have a proposal of any other YouTube creators, I don't know, people have been hesitant. I don't know why. It literally just takes, all I ask is give me your channel URL, which is like, it's not a big deal, and just like make a post. That's all I'm asking, and people are kind of hesitant about it. I don't know why. What's up?
Maybe they don't know what it is, but yeah. Go on.
What's up, Mohammed Fayaz? Oh, they left. Well, I'm like sending them the message and saying, well, it's a Discord server. It's going to publish all of your videos when you go live. And it's it will help you grow as a small channel. That's all I wanted to do with it. That's the entire thing. Oh, give me a second. Somebody's saying something in the chat. James says hypocrisy at its best when you take into account all the animals that die in the production of avocado, for instance. Well, specifically for avocados, not that many animals die at all. But generally speaking, when you take the entire food system into account, plant-based diets kill the least amount of animals and they violate zero. They exploit zero animals, potentially, right? So avocados do exploit bees a little bit, but the avocado exploitation actually saves bees. It doesn't kill bees. Well, I can show it to you. It's not a lie. I can prove it to you, right? I don't say things like this out of nowhere. So if you're watching my stream, right, here is an excerpt from... Give me a second. How do I do that? From this research, right? Here's an excerpt from this. This is talking about almonds, but it applies to avocados as well. In this survey, all the previous US surveys, beekeepers, right? So this is talking about beekeepers landing their bees to pollinate avocados, right? Beekeepers that are migratory or use their colonies to pollinate almonds, and that includes avocados as well, had equal or lower losses compared to beekeepers that do not do these practices. So these results suggest that moving colonies or pollinating almonds and avocados does not increase the chance of mortality, as some have suggested. In fact, there may be a benefit associated with pollinating almonds of the management practices employed by beekeepers. So avocados, first of all, the bees are for the honey industry, right? They were created, they were hatched for the honey industry. But then they are borrowed by the avocado industries to pollinate avocados. And as a result, less bees die, right? But you are correct, animals do die for crop production. But the thing is, it's the least amount for plant-based diets, right? The most amount still dies for animal production because animals eat crops. They eat harvested crops. They eat harvested silage and forage and all of that stuff, right? Animals eat avocados, and animals in their thousands are killed to prevent them eating crops. Well, that could be true if you present evidence somehow. You can send it to me. You have my email in my bio here. But it's the least amount than if you eat plant production and animal products. So you're not vegan as animals die for your food? No, the definition of veganism is not to exploit and slaughter animals. And all vegans would say, well, when it's self-defense, it's permissible, morally permissible, or at least justifiable to slaughter animals, right? And in case of crop production, there is literally no other way to defend crops, which it feeds not only vegans, it feeds the entire world population and the animals who are then slaughtered for your food, right? So it's basically self-defense, because if farmers didn't like spray pesticides and stuff like that, then nobody would have food. You the least, right? Because of trophic levels. Animals, when they eat, thirst what we produce as crops, right? So producers in this case, this is a trophic level, right? When animals first eat the producers, which are crops, you lose about 9,000 calories there, James. You lose 9,000 calories. So the most vegan thing to do is eat crops directly. That's vegan, not only definitionally, but through just like sheer numbers, if that's what you want to do. If you want to just count numbers, right? Give me a second. Diets compared. There you go. You see, if the entire world went vegan, all of this pasture kills animals. All of these million hectares are grown for animal feed. 43% used to produce crops fed to animals. That's 43% of world's crops are fed to animals. So if the entire world went vegan, we would need to reduce the amount of crops we grow, right? And it's absolutely is the fact that the least animals die for plant production. Why does not this doesn't load? There you go, right? Look how many animals die for chicken. Look how many animals die for eggs, for beef, for pork, for milk. And vegetables, fruits, and grains are here on the bottom, James. So adopting a plant-based diet in this world where farmers don't care about animals, and that's why they just like spray pesticides and not trying other stuff, right? They can't, actually. The economic system is such that because about half of our crops goes to feed the animals, right? Because of that, they just can't reduce their fields and grow food in a way that doesn't require crop depths. It's possible. Veganic farming exists. It's just you can't do it on a large scale. You have to like downsize your fields a little bit, and then you can put protective crops on the sides. You can put up greenhouses and stuff like that. So generally speaking, going plant-based kills the least amount of animals. So there you go, James. I hope this is clear. I don't know. Yeah, let's not, Joshua, let's not call people names. Let's address the arguments, okay? It doesn't matter if they sound trolly to you. They're asking a question, we should address or they're making a claim, we should address that claim, not their character or something like that. What's up, Navia? Hello. Why do you look so vegan? Because, well, I radiate moral superiority. I'm joking, of course. I don't feel morally superior. I want everybody to do what I do. It's so easy to be the kindest to animals. Yeah, why aren't you vegan yourself then, Swaggle? Genuine curiosity. Well, I think I more look gay than I look vegan, if you know what I mean. I look gay, not vegan. Gay is a genetic trait, so that's what I look like. I also look non-binary because I am. I don't think it's a vegan trait. I think people from LGBTQ are more likely to go vegan, but I don't think it's a vegan trait to look like me. I looked like this when I was a meat eater as well, right? I've had this kind of type of haircuts for many, many years. Fush on Drabe. Bees don't die for avocados, but for animal agriculture, huge areas. Yeah. I kind of explained that as well. Just an accurate description of some yeah, but still, let's try to be compassionate to the questions and the claims. In my experience, it works better. I mean, you do you, Joshua. You do you. If that's how you want to roll, that's fine. But if people get insulted instead of like talking about their arguments, that's, I think, counterproductive. I do it myself, right? I'm not trying to like, dissuade. Sometimes I call people names. It happens. right? If you find it barbaric, Joshua, why is it funny? Yeah, see you later, Cheap. Thank you. All right. Well, it is fully dead in VAB. VAB is dead. I think I killed it, unfortunately, because I deafened myself. Guys, if anybody has a question, please don't hesitate to ask. And I know I'm asking, there are 75 of you watching. I know I'm asking to subscribe and wait for 1 minute. It's just to prevent an excessive amount of trolling, because that's what happens on vegans live streams, right? The trolling is counterproductive. Let's just say it like that. Hey, what's up, Dave? I'm just talking to my chat. How you doing? Yeah, so people who are watching, if you have a conception, if you have an argument, if you have a question, please ask it, right? Because sometimes, here's the thing, right? It's a human condition. Sometimes we know something and it just happens to be not true. It happens, right? But it could be that you say something and I say, yeah, it's absolutely true. But here's the thing. Discourse is important for us to move forward, for us to not be stuck in our ways. Being stuck in our ways, it's incredibly problematic for us as human beings, because it's against our nature. We move forward. Look at what we built in just a few hundred years, right? Look around, see how fantastic the world is for us these days, right? All of that happened because of innovation, because of conversations, because of the change that we were willing to do. And if we're willing to do the change, the world becomes better, you know? And if the thing that prevents you from doing the change, from having to change, then maybe you should address it, right? And sometimes it just happens to be just like asking one question or making one claim that is either true or false, right? So everybody is welcome to ask any questions. Sorry, Dave, I've been monologuing. I'm live.
No, it's fine. Fine.
Hey, what's up, Dustin, man?
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing fine. Working.
Good. Work is good. I'm going to work tomorrow. I've been taking some time off just to have everything ready for the server. Guys, there are 80. By the way, I'm addressing my chat. I'm just going to deafen myself here. I'm sorry.
All right.
Guys, there are 88 of you. If you have questions that are pertaining to ethics, to veganism, if you have a suggestion, if you have a claim, right? A claim is either true or false, but if you don't air it out, you will never find out, right? And I think it's really important to have these conversations. And I know I'm asking you to subscribe for it and wait for 1 minute. It's just to reduce the trollhood. For real, people really love trolling vegan streams, and it's just counterproductive. There's just too many bacon though. I love meat though. Well, yeah, great, but it's not progressing us. It's not progressing the conversation. You know what I mean? If all you do is write down that you like meat. Everybody likes meat. I like meat, but it's something that I was more than willing to sacrifice just so that animals are not exploited and slaughtered on the mass scale. Humans are where they are because we eat animals. What do you mean by that? Not necessarily at all. I can't imagine what type of civilization we would be without livestock produce. Well, livestock produce impedes humanity in a great way right now in the 21st century. I don't know if it helped in the past, maybe, perhaps, right? We have some evidence that it was just like a great amount of calorie increase. But to be honest, here, right now, in the 21st century, it's detrimental to humanity to continue raising livestock. So happy my ancestors had leather to make it through the winter time. Well, now you don't have to have it. That's what I'm saying, though, Anonymous. That's kind of my point, right? So in the past, it could be the case that humans would not survive without lava, without eating animals and stuff like that. It's just incredibly irrelevant to the 21st century. In the 21st century, the way we built our economy, the way we raise animals and stuff like that, it's just incredibly detrimental to humanity to continue doing this, to continue raising livestock. And I'll tell you why. I have all of these thingies that I can show you. Where is it? Destruction of humanity. So I still have to work on it a little bit. So there are quite a few things here, right? First, climate change should probably be the highest, right? The amount of climate change, the amount of greenhouse gases, water use, what else? Pesticide use, greenhouse gases from manure, all of that stuff would be reduced greatly if we all went on a plant-based diet. And I can show you that, right? So it says in food production, generally speaking, animals rearing the highest greenhouse gas producer in the food system, right? You can reduce your personal greenhouse gas emission by like 19%, something like that, something crazy, right? Globally, we eliminated animal foods, we would minimize land and water use by 75%. Can you imagine? Right now, farm land takes up, I think, 46% of the entire land that we have on Earth. So it's kind of crazy. Subsidies that are given by every country, by the UN, by the US, by Britain, by every single country. Subsidies are given to farmers. And it's just such a waste of money and calories and resources and greenhouse gas emissions to give subsidies to industries like dairy that, in case of the US especially, is just not profitable in any kind of way. You yourselves feel good about destroying the earth. No, I'm telling you why. What are you saying by synthetic materials? Synthetic materials are better for the environment than leather and non-synthetic materials. They are. It's just a matter of trophic levels. But if that's what you're saying, let's jump to where do I have lava is probably going to be here. Lava production. All right. First of all, most of it is produced in third world countries. Holy shit. But if you look at this graph, and I know it's kind of small, I'm sorry, I'm going to make it bigger. Lava production is worse in every single way, except for in fossil fuel potential use, when it comes to polyurethane levels, right? When it comes to like the new vegan levels, it's tiny. When it comes to cotton, it's tiny, right? Lava production is worse for the environment, produces the most global warming potential, the most freshwater toxicity, human toxicity, everything except for the fossil fuel potential in case of polyurethane levels. So, Anonymous, you're just incorrect. You're just simply incorrect. I'm sorry to say, but I appreciate you coming and saying this, right? Because, farms are mostly factories, by the way, Anonymous. And slaughterhouses are definitely factories. But it doesn't even matter because with global human population rising the way it is and the animal food consumption rising the way it is, all farms emit greenhouse gases. There is no difference there. Where is it? I have it. I think here, small local farms, right? We have evidence for that as well. Is animal, this is animal welfare. That's not what I want. That's in ethics. But I do have it in the environment as well, I think, somewhere, right? Small local farms are not better for the environment than the big factory farms. Right? By the way, beans produce 300 times less greenhouse gases. I think this is per protein calorie, per protein gram. Yeah, 100 grams of protein. 300 times less greenhouse gases. I mean, if you care about the environment, I don't know how you're not vegan. Or plant-based in the case of the environment, right? That's in the UK. High meat eaters produce more greenhouse gases. Yeah, our study supports the thesis that even a minimal to moderate content of animal foods has a consistent impact on the environment footprint of a diet and their production. So you kind of, Anonymous, you're wrong in all projecting. One of the two things. Yeah, small farms produce the same amount of greenhouse gases. Livestock grazing, same amount of greenhouse gases as the feedlots. The cattle industry even walks away from net zero target. They can't make it. I will keep thanking the cow for the steak. Well, you're thanking somebody posthumously when they didn't agree to become your steak. So it's kind of a useless gesture is what I'm trying to say, Anonymous. The real Brit. You've probably answered a bunch of times, but how do you feel about lab-grown meat and an alternative that does have the potential to replace? I feel fantastic about it, especially about the companies that don't exploit animals for it, right? There are some companies that minimally exploit animals and some companies that have in their mission to not exploit animals at all. About that second one, I feel absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a vegan product, fully vegan product, but even the non-vegan product is going to save so many animals from exploitation and slaughter that I support it. But then, when the entire world becomes lab-grown meat type situation, I'm gonna petition to those companies to stop exploiting animals and take the approach of non-exploitation, right? Because that's just like an important thing to move on with. Oh, you listened to nothing I said. Well, that's unfortunate, Anonymous. That's fine. Then I can ignore you. That's fine. Your facts are very biased. No, you can check yourself. You clearly don't look negative issues with veganism. Like what? I know all the negative issues with veganism. They are not negative as compared to non-veganism. They are negative in themselves, but reduce negativity when compared to the non-vegan way of living, James. So I pride myself in not being biased, pride myself in not ignoring evidence. I know everything, but if you can tell me something new, I would love to have new information. As long as you compare it to the non-vegan life and not just stand alone in itself saying, well, it does this, veganism does this. I did look at the avocado point and I showed it to you. I know everything about avocado. In fact, James, I don't think avocado production should cease. I think it should be rehabilitated, but I myself don't buy avocados because of the environmental impact in my region specifically, right? So I have looked very deeply into it. It's just like looking at one area, it's kind of counterproductive, but I did do it. Looking at the whole, going on a plant-based diet reduces 75% of land, 75% of water, 75% of greenhouse gases in the food sector. I don't know how one can argue with that. We have all the evidence for this. It's not biased evidence. None of those scientists are vegan. They don't have the vegan ethics. So I don't know how. What's up? I joined. What are we talking about? We're talking about veganism. If you have claims, questions, you're welcome to ask them. If the questions and claims are not going to come in, we're going to turn back to the Discord. Hello, Pia. How are you doing? You're here now. That's what's important. Are you vegan? I feel like you could open up discussion. Yeah, I am vegan. I've been vegan for 10 years. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, as they say. What about the vitamins and minerals that we miss out due to not eating meat? Well, first of all, I'm missing nothing because I have, but not sponsored, by the way, but I think Natural should sponsor me at this point, frankly speaking. So I have one daily that I take. I also take quite a few vitamins and minerals on top of that, just to improve my life, right? Not because this doesn't prevent all the deficiencies. This prevents most of the deficiencies, I think, because if I eat like the fortified food as well, I just have enough B12, enough D, enough everything, like D3, what I mean by that. But I also, because I lift, I take protein vitamin. Because I have sleeping disorders, I take creatine. But that's just me. Nobody has to take as many supplements as I do. But the thing is, animals given supplements as well. So it's actually kind of a waste. You're not actually getting your minerals and nutrients from animals. They would be deficient if they weren't given supplements as well. Most animals are given supplements. There is like a thing called mineral brick. In case of cows, right? Mineral bricks it's things like that. This is for fucking other animal. Yeah, like salt brick, it's mineralized. All of a sudden, Vita mineral brick, I think it's called. Yeah, there are pellets. They're just supplemented. A lot of supplements are spent into the animals that are then slaughtered for food. So, yeah, it's just all this. I don't know why. Oh, because I'm unsafe. Oh, that's gonna turn porn on or something. I should mineral brick for cattle to find the specific one, right? So all of these bricks that have all the minerals in them, all the vitamins, including vitamin B12, frankly, right? And these cows are fed this. Chickens are fed feed that has supplements in them, right? Because they need to keep the animals alive and healthy. They need the animals to be nutritionally fulfilled, to grow properly and to have that nutrition in their flesh and in their secretions afterwards. What's up? So it's actually a waste of minerals, it's a waste of calories, and it's a waste of a sentient life to get your nutrition from animals. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to ask if you have. I found out pistachio nuts are full of melatonin and they really help you sleep. Oh, for real? That's interesting. Hello, Michelle. Would you be able to advise on vegan diet for pregnancy? I'm not a nutritionist. I don't advise. But I can give you a place where they have, they help people. So challenge22.com. I'm not anybody. So I don't want to take your life and your baby's life into my hands. But challenge22.com, Michelle, they have volunteer dietitians, and they can just help you out. There are a few things that you need to do. That you need to take algal oil, as far as I know, and stuff like that. But that's just all pregnant women or people, they take supplements. They take iron, they take fish oil and shit like that. So, good luck. But I'm just not willing to give actual nutritional advice when the stakes are so high. You know what I mean? So, just Chris, mate. Okay. It seems likely every vegan has some sort of health issue. Well, I have a pre-existing issues. My genetics is kind of shit, but I don't have any health issues from veganism. So this is like I think, just Chris, mate. I think this is kind of a confirmation bias. So every time a vegan in quotes unquotes, and I'll tell you why I put it in quotes in a second, they get sick, like headlines, vegan, ex-vegan, blah, blah, blah. So it's you can see all the people who failed, who got like some kind of a condition on a vegan diet. And generally speaking, it just seems they fell for like some kind of a weird diet, like a raw plant-based diet, or like a fruitarian diet, or like juicing or drinking your own urine, all that shit. And for some reason, it's just got put under the vegan umbrella. I don't know why. It's terrible. But all the healthy vegan, all the amazing vegan athletes, for instance, right? And I'll show them to you in a second. Arguments against. There you go, right? These guys who are breaking records, who are taking Olympic medals, they don't have health issues. Well, this guy might one day because he's taking steroids. But there you go, vegan Mr. Olympia. There you go. All of these people taking medals, that's just in the last Olympics, right? All of them are vegan. This guy at 55, he just has like 7 titles in jiu-jitsu. They're not sick. All of these people, they're not sick, right? And I'm not sick from the plant-based diet. I have pre-existing conditions from childhood, right? Like the sleeping disorder, the bendy joints, which get me hurt a lot. But other than that, I'm doing fantastic. In my age bracket, I'm one of the only people who doesn't take some kind of a statin or some kind of a cholesterol medicine. I'm the only one in my family who doesn't have diabetes. So I'm doing fantastic, I promise you. You just have to like, just Chris, mate, you just have to like, not do cringe stuff. You just have to like prioritize protein, take a multi-supplement every single day, take like maybe a B12 supplement once a week as well. You're gonna be fine, right? You take challenge22.co, and here it is again. And they have like dietitians and nutritionists helping out, right? They're volunteering. It's all for free, right? They help you make a diet that is compatible with your region where you live and with your body and goals and all that shit. None of these people are sick. They're all doing fantastic job on a plant-based diet. So it's a confirmation bias, right? On social media, the ex-vegan carnivores or whatever the fuck, they were just diet hopping. They're gonna live the carnivore diet the same way. They're gonna say, oh, the carnivore diet gave me health issues. What health issues? Some kind of a mumble. You know what I mean? Yeah, to be fair, exactly, James. Both can have health issues. My health issues are from childhood, my sleeping disorders, my hyperlaxity, that's bendy joints, that's generally speaking, I think all tissue kind of breaks down way too easily. It heals as well, right? So that's why I have like a really easy time building muscle, for instance, right? Because I'm bendy, I think. That's why it's easier for me to build muscle while doing almost nothing, frankly. What else do we have? So yeah, correct, James, I agree. Why don't witches wear panties? Don't know. Sorry, Lucifer, let's keep it on. Thanks for contributing. Are you Inuit? Oh, Velocet is making a Inuit people living off eating seals. I think here's the thing, right? Inuit people, they have supermarkets. But there is like a genuine issue to grow plants there, right? I think as the world goes vegan, we should take the subsidies. That's just my proposition, right? We should take the subsidies that we use on keeping the meat and dairy industry alive. We should take those subsidies and send humanitarian help to the Inuit people. But also very small amount of Inuit people still live traditionally, still live far away from any other place. Most Inuit people have like a place where they can go and get like vegan food and shit like that. And one of my favorite things these days is where did I put it? I think I put it in Arguments Against Veganism. Let me find. I don't know why it's not picking up. One sec. I think I need to refresh it. There you go. Sorry, guys. It's just here. There, indigenous people. One of my favorite things is this, right? The Maasai warriors eating in a vegan restaurant. So the Maasai warriors are notoriously, they live in the middle of nowhere and like drink blood and kill animals and shit like that and have very, very low survival rate. Very low. They get sick and die like a lot. But they can go and eat in a vegan restaurant. So it's really not an issue for most people. And I think it's especially not an issue for people who have access to the internet to ask me questions. You know what I mean? Sorry, what was your name? I apologize. I can't find it now. Well, there you go, Velosat. I pronounced your name correctly. That's a rarity, frankly, so I apologize if I didn't the second time. What's up? Do you think anyone should go like 100% full scent vegan? Yes. In my opinion, it's either you believe that it's okay to exploit and slaughter animals or you don't, if that's what you mean. If what you mean by that, do everybody have to adhere 100% to not paying for exploitation and slaughter of animals? Well, sometimes that's just not an option. Like, should do this when there is an option, right? So people who are incredibly sick for whatever reason and they have to have medication that was tested on animals, I think they should, right? Even though I find it immoral that we test on animals, we live in a non-vegan world that we have to fix, but we can't fix it as the 1-3% of people. Things are made different, though. A lot of countries are coming out against testing on animals. A lot of countries are coming out against furs. A lot of countries are coming, including the UN, coming out for adopting a plant-based diet. Is just like better no matter how you look at it. By the way, I was in the middle of talking about the destruction of humanity, how detrimental to humanity. I went through subsidies and climate change. Reduction in biodiversity, if you care about that. Animal agriculture reduces biodiversity the most, frankly. So I think if this is something you care about, the nature, the wild world, you should consider going plant-based at least, but also not buy leather and stuff like that. That is incredibly detrimental to wildlife. The rest are not as pretty, but like animal testing, it actually hinders invention of treatments sometimes, because when we test on animals, in case of 5%, it actually translates to humans, and in every other 95%, it doesn't. So it could be that we tested the cure for cancer on animals, but it was detrimental to the small animals, and it wouldn't be detrimental to human. And we could have actual cure for cancer, but we don't because we tested on animals. So that's a detriment to society. And we do have an increasing amount of alternatives to testing on animals. Another one is zoonotic disease. I don't think it's news to anybody that zoonotic disease, they impact humanity greatly. One is speaking of viruses, so E. coli kills a lot of people, avian flu kills a lot of people, and it was magnified and transmitted, mutating into transmissible to humans because of animal agriculture, right? So it might have originated in wild animals, for instance, but then it's magnified and spread and mutating to humans through the animal agriculture. So that's a huge detriment to humans, huge one, right? Health, the leading causes of death are related to overconsumption of animal products. Heart disease is increasing the risk of increased when eating more animal products. Cancer, some types of cancers are increased by eating a lot of animal products. And, saturated fat, cholesterol, we all know that. Longevity is reduced by eating animal products. What else is there? Yeah, diabetes. I think diabetes is associated with eating red meat specifically and some other products, animal products as well. Yeah. Now, all of those reasons are if you're thinking only about humanity, right? I implore you, everybody in my chat, to think about the animals, right? Because it's unjustified to exploit and slaughter sentient beings for something we really don't need in the 21st century, and it impedes humanity in a great way, right? Leather destroys the entire regions, waste of research, as I was talking about, the resources, the amount of calories we waste by feeding animals. And people say, well, we feed animals what we can't eat. No, we feed animals a lot of food that we can feed. Meanwhile, children in Africa starve. So it just impedes humanity in a great, profound way. It's just when we are like one person living in the city or in the country, it's kind of invisible to us because it takes decades for us to understand the actual implication on our health, on our environment, on everything, on our economy, frankly, seriously. The subsidies, the billions of dollars spent to keep those producers afloat and in business. The amount of ad campaigns, just look at how many ad campaigns are for eating animal products. If it's natural, if it's good for you, if it's something you want, why are they spending so much money for you to want it even more? For you to increase your consumption? If it's something that you are supposed to be eating anyways, right? Why spend so much money on generally advertising for animal production, right? Like when goat milk ads happen, they're not advertising a specific company, right? They're not saying, well, buy from that company. They're just saying, buy milk. And why should they remind you to do this if this is something that you want and need anyways? It's kind of weird, guys. It's kind of weird. Do you think eating insects is okay? I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if insects are sentient. I think they are, a lot of them at least. I think some of them are borderline sentient. I just had a conversation a few weeks ago with a neuroscientist of consciousness, and he said, for instance, worms are borderline, maybe sentient, maybe not, kind of situation. So on insects, we don't have like a lot of information on their sentience, but if they are sentient, definitely not. if they are not sentient, is still kind of gross, and you should probably eat lentils instead. Lentils are fantastic. Tofu is fantastic. Seitan has a lot of protein. You just don't need that stuff, right? And it's again would be like a waste of calories to first farm insects by feeding them food and then eating insects. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Fred Burns. The Maasai community is based between Kenya and Tanzania, border in Africa. It believes they are fearless and can kill a wild lion. And yet here they are eating in a vegan restaurant. How cute is that? So they can be vegan. They don't need to kill animals anymore. They have access to vegan restaurants, and if they have access to vegan restaurants, they also have access to supermarkets. They don't have to kill animals, and they can just buy vegan food. So it's just needless. It's just needless. That's the thing. Longevity is increased VPM. Yeah, I know. Did I say longevity is reduced on a plant-based diet? No, it's increased, definitely. And we do have a lot of evidence on that. Thank you for fixing my mistake, Dave. Bishi Barnaby, all agriculture in the Western imperialist nations is subsidized, though arable too. Yeah, I don't have one thing for it. I should add it. I will add it. I promise you, Bishi. But it's not just in Western imperialist nations. In India, dairy is subsidized really, really greatly, really profoundly. So it's not just in that place. So I have this Makadu. Makadu is a video, it's a documentary on dairy in India, Bishi. So you can check it out. It talks about subsidies as well, I think. If it doesn't, I watched this movie with activists, with vegan Indian activists on my live stream. You can check that out if you want. And they were talking about subsidies, definitely. So it's not just in white nations, as we say. Who else? Honestly, I'm not sure if I buy the vegan is healthier argument. Well, I don't know why. I don't know why you do. Why you wouldn't. So let's go to nutrition and health. So cardiovascular disease, right? This is a meta analysis. This is one of the biggest meta-analyses ever made. That's how much evidence we have for this. So low-density lipoproteins cause atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. LDL is something that increases with the consumption of animal products, right? It's non-existent in plant-based products, except in like coconut oil. So, just don't drink gallons of coconut oil, and it won't increase your LDL, right? My LDL is such that it's almost impossible for me to die from cardiovascular disease. I'm gonna die of old age, guys. Or of all the shit that I've done to my body before going vegan, or even after going vegan, irregardless, right? I used to smoke for 25 years. I used to be drunk. All of that stuff might still increase my risk of all kinds of diseases. But generally speaking, if you don't eat saturated fat, which is the biggest amount of fat in animal products, then your LDL is not going to increase, and you will reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. This is what this says. Let me just put it in the chat for you guys so you can check it out. It's a really good meta-analysis. Then what do we have? Cancer risk, right? Meat, processed meats increases the risk of cancer, and it's put in the same category as cigarette. Red meat consumption also probably increases the risk of cancer. This is the book on how they got to that conclusion. That's not a vegan place that made those decisions. It's international agencies for research on cancer, right? And there is also a study, it's just one study, so we shouldn't take it as strongly, but the evidence will pile up that other types of meat also increase the risk of cancers. So this says, analyzing weekly poultry consumption, that's chicken bodies, it was observed that subjects consuming more than 300 grams, sorry, that's per week, by the way, it's understood from the context, had a 27% higher risk of death from all causes, right? So that's decreased longevity by eating meat than those consuming less than 100 grams, right? So the way increased risk works is there is a dose response. The more you eat in case of meat, the more increased risk of total mortality you have. It doesn't mean that 100 grams doesn't have the risk. It just has, it's just comparing 2 points, right? So comparing 100 grams per week, which is like tiny, it's one chicken breast, to 300 grams per week, it increases 27%. Comparing a plant-based to a chicken breast to 100 grams per week might show risk as well, right? That's what this means. So in addition, for so this is gastrointestinal cancers. The SRH, I don't remember what that is. It probably says it right here. SHR. Where is SHR? Oh. Fuck, I don't remember. Let me check it out. I'm sorry. This is going to be a riveting type of content. And I saw you, Vegan Felix, 1 second. I'll say it. So SHR. Let me just see what that is. There you go. So SHR is sub-distribution hazard ratio. So it's hazard ratio basically, right? So the hazard ratio for weekly poultry consumption above 300 grams was 2.27. That's crazy. That's a crazy hazard risk. A risk that for men increases to 2.61. Holy shit. Conclusions of studies showed that poultry consumption above 300 grams per week, here, there you go, is associated with a statistically significant increased mortality risks, both from all causes and from gastrointestinal cancers. Just one study. We should have more research to do this on. And if you're a man, your risk is even greater than if you're a woman. So, eating a plant-based diet reduces all of those risks. So there you go. Whoever asked this, I think Fred Burns, okay. We always have to remember to let these people know that veganism isn't about health and the environment. Yeah, I did before. I'll just say it again, since they keep talking about these points. Well, that's the points that they care about, because generally speaking, and don't get insulted, everybody are, right? Or most people are like kind of selfish, right? So they think about themselves before they think about justice, before they think about not exploiting and slaughtering animals. But the thing is, guys, all of those problems that you are pointing out, they can be solved. You can be vegan in the 21st century, right? No reason to look back into what our ancestors did. You can be vegan now, today, and the biggest thing that it's going to do is you're not going to pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals anymore. Here's the thing. Here's the whole truth about it, right? Felix is 100% correct. I understand why you care about the environment and your health as well, right? But if you can go plant-based for those things, that would be advisable. Frankly, I think I showed my case for it very well. But you should go vegan for the environment. You should start giving space for the fact that animals are sentient. If you have a animal you love at home, surely you know what a sentient animal experiences, right? That they are an individual, they have their own experience of the world. They can feel joy, they can feel fear. They want to live. If you try to hurt them, they try to run away. All sentient animals act in this manner. And yet, several billion animals per year, per day, are killed for unnecessary stuff. And that's just killing. That just doesn't include even exploitation. That's every single day sentient animals are killed for unnecessary stuff. That's abhorrent, guys. We can do better as humanity. We should do better. Thank you, Felix, for pointing that out, of course. That sounds bishy, that sounds interesting, but what I meant was that the economic problems of agriculture in the West aren't caused by animal agriculture, but by the underlying economic crisis of capitalism. That could be, but it's, the subsidies, right, are still there. And we could reduce or eliminate those subsidies in a great, great way. So, Bishi, it's kind of beside the point. And by the way, if you are against capitalism, you should go vegan anyways. Like, if you're against the exploitation of humans, you should have a really, really, really good justification for paying for exploitation of animals. Because that's what anti-capitalism is you thinking that it's not okay to exploit humans that humans should have like a decent life. They shouldn't be killed for product, right? I don't see the difference. There is a lot of difference between animals and humans, but I don't see the difference such that justifies the exploitation and slaughter of animals. And if you are against capitalism and working against capitalism, then you should go vegan, surely. If you like the flesh of pigs, then please watch the documentary Pignorant by Joy Comster. Velocity, why not? Why not? Here's what Pierre proposes to you, right? A product has a life cycle, right? A product doesn't just appear on the shelves. It is produced. Every product has its own production line, right? And if you pay for a product, you better make sure nothing horrific is happening behind it. You know what I mean? Like, if we were still 400 years ago, when slaves were made to pick cotton, and if you had something else you could buy, a cotton that wasn't picked by slaves, it would be your moral obligation to do so. Hopefully you understand that, Velocet. So when you say, well, I love this product, you better make sure that everything in the production of that product doesn't go deeply against your moral stances. And that's why PR provided you with the documentary that she did, because you don't have intent to change. Well, Velocet, that's a little unfortunate. That makes you, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna call you a name, but I'm just doing it not to disparage you, I'm just doing it to point out what it is, right? If somebody's being a jerk, saying that they're a jerk is not like derogatory, it's just a statement of fact. When you say you have no intent to change, you are being a zealot. I'm sorry to say. And again, I'm not using that word derogatorily. I'm just stating a fact. A zealot is someone who will not change, even when provided evidence that they are wrong, right? So I think zealotry is a big problem in humanity. And I think we should strive to not be zealots. If we are presented with evidence that doesn't support our actions or our beliefs, then we should change our beliefs and change our actions. We have all of this amazing brain that is capable of incredible moral calculations. we should use it and we should apply those calculations on animals as well, because they're sentient. And by the way, if you don't, guys, put one in the chat if you don't know what sentience is, and then I can explain it, or you can like Google it. But I can explain it as well. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, that's not a good thing, though, Rosa. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Being a zealot is not a good thing. Zealots bomb Twin Towers. They're a detriment to society. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, right? Because Velocet, if I prove to you that there is a moral issue, and there is like all these other issues, as I've been proving in this lecture, right? If I show you that there is a great moral issue with you eating bacon, and you are saying, well, I'm not going to change my mind anyways, you single-handedly are impeding humanity. I don't know how else to say it. And again, I'm not using it as like a name calling or whatever. I'm just calling it what it is, right? If somebody is a jerk, I should call them a jerk and explain why. And if somebody is a zealot, I should call them a zealot and explain why. I hope that's clear in any kind of way. What else do we have? Oh, you're back. Good. Good. What's up? Wait for the alternative to capitalism. It doesn't matter. Capitalism can include veganism, or we can cause the downfall of capitalism. But we should be vegan anyways, right? It's just two different things. For real, for real. Veganism can exist in capitalism and in other forms of economy. Doesn't matter. It's compatible with both. It's compatible with both. But a person who's against capitalism, it's kind of weird if you're then turning around and exploiting and slaughtering animals with your actions. Kind of weird, is all I'm saying. What else is here? I'm sorry. You look malnourished. Well, Richie, you should have seen me when I was eating meat. I was like medically malnourished. For real. I had anemia for many, many years. Untreated anemia, because nobody told me, well, you can just take a supplement for it, right? So before going vegan, I was actually malnourished, and now I'm not, because I'm taking a supplement. And my actual labs look fantastic. I'm not malnourished. But thank you for saying that I look malnourished. I don't know what that means. Most malnourishment you can't see on a person unless they're like, all like skin and bones, unless what you mean is like they don't have like enough food, right? I'm definitely not all skin and bones. Oh, the light is a bit soft, but I'm definitely not malnourished. I eat well. No, don't call me names. Well, it's not, again, not a name. You should listen to it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of behind. The real problem is the fact that we are too many humans on this planet. Well, I find an issue with that, Katinka. If for you to eat animal products, we need to reduce human population. That's like rights violations on top of rights violations. We don't have to reduce the human population. We can just like stop animal agriculture. We can free up 50% of land, 75% of resources, and we can thrive. We can continue increasing the human population if we want to, and it's gonna have much less detriment on the world. But like advocating for reducing human population just so that you can continue exploiting and paying for exploitation and slaughter of animals, it's kind of, it's giving me like, I don't know, vibes, not good vibes. The only solution is lowering the population. That gives me concentration camps vibes as well. You know what I mean? Dude, chill. I don't know whom you're saying this to. I'm pretty chill. Gab, people make their identity to be vegan. Oh, no, it's not my identity. It's part of my identity for sure. You know, being against exploitation and slaughter of animals, it should be part of somebody's identity. But meat eating is also part of most people's identity. So I just replaced the meat eating identity, Barry's, with the non-meat eating identity. I replaced the don't care about exploitation and slaughter of animals identity with do care and act on it. I eliminate exploitation and slaughter of animals in my life. It's just a switch from one identity to another. So it's not really, an amazing point, I would say. Why pork and beef cooking so taste, and why not vegetables? So it destroy my taste bud. Or Lynn, I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking why meat, animal products taste better? Because you're used to them mostly. Our taste buds crave, if you can say that. Our taste buds enjoy what we usually eat. If you stop eating animal products, everybody in the chat, all the vegans in the chat can attest to this. Once you stop eating animal products, it takes like a few weeks to a few months. You actually start craving plant-based products. And by the way, when you cook animal products, you usually add plants to them, you know, like all the flavorings, the spices, the salt, all of those are vegan. So you can just put all of those vegan stuff on plant-based products and it's gonna taste fantastic. It's gonna take a little bit, right? When we stop eating something, we start eating something new, right? At first it's kind of weird, you know, you feel like, oh, it's not as tasty as the previous thing. It's just your taste buds are used to that thing and not used to the new thing. But if you keep trying for a little bit, it's gonna taste better and better and better, and then you're gonna start craving those things. That's just human nature. That's just human nature. That's how our taste buds work. They are replaced every few days. So you start craving something else. The thing is that slavery didn't end because of consumers, but because enslaved people rose up. That's not true. That's incredibly not true. Both had to happen. Actual white people who were against slavery went to war for it. So that's not true. That's not true at all. I'm sorry, Bishi. That's rewriting history, I think. Well, Smith, one thing I don't understand is going to a specific diet. I think moderation of eating anything is perfectly fine. Well, Will Smith, we're not talking about a diet here. We are a little bit, but the veganism is not a diet. It's ending exploitation and slaughter of animals. And doing a little bit of exploitation, a little bit of slaughter is still doing something immoral and it should be eliminated. Because we can eliminate exploitation and slaughter, and therefore we should. Why do you associate meat with your malnourishment when it definitely runs deeper than that? I was just joking. I was just answering somebody, Aesop Static, who said that I look malnourished, when actually the fact is that I was malnourished before going vegan. I'm not anymore. It's not because of meat, it's not because of anything I eat, it's because I take a supplement. It was a joke, I was trolling back. The person was trolling me by saying I look malnourished, so I was trolling back as isostatic. Just get your fish oils. Well, you don't have to have fish oil. Let me show you something. I think I don't have the box for it anymore, but you see this? It's like fish oil. It's the same molecule in there, but it's made out of algae. You can just take algae instead. You don't have to get fish oil. That's what I'm saying, right? Our exploitation of animals is unnecessary in the 21st century, and therefore we should stop. We should stop it. It's not justified when it's not necessary. You know what I mean? You don't have to eat meat. It's not necessary for any kind of way. And in fact, it impedes your health in the long run. Right now, it might feel good, but in the long run, it just impedes your health. And it exploits and kills animals. Why? Why should you do this, Will Smith? Just because you were doing it so far? You can change. I believe in you. I believe in you, my man. I promise. Not opposing to that view. I don't remember already what it was. Why be vegan though? Meat is good for you though. Meat is not good for you. But also, even if it was, it's kind of relevant because meat is produced by slaughtering billions of animals every single day. Or at least in hundreds of millions of animals. So that's the reason why go vegan, Ned. Okay, I'm not eating pure pepper. You don't have to eat pure pepper. You can put it on actual plant foods. The abundance of a plant-based diet is pretty great. You just need to learn a little bit. If you're not opposed to learning, Ned, let me know if you're opposed to learning or not. If you're not opposed to learning, you can find out what are the plant-based foods that you can get to put your pepper on. You know what I mean? Also, I would advise people to use better seasonings than just pepper. The world of seasonings is amazing. Will Smith, I couldn't have been a vegan, I'd be malnourished. No, you couldn't, you wouldn't. You can just take a multi-supplement and you can eat food. Plant food has nourishment in it. Plant food has vitamins and minerals. Like if you don't want to take a multivitamin, you can just take a B12 supplement and just like eat everything else from food. There is nothing that is missing in a vegan diet if it's properly constructed, right? You kind of need to know how to do that. And you can find that out in Challenge 22. They have dietitians that can help you out to do this. You don't have to be malnourished. I'm not malnourished. Nobody in my chat is malnourished because they supplement properly and they eat food. They eat plant food. Plant food has a lot of nourishment in it. Come on, guys. This is basic stuff, man. I'm skipping ahead. I don't know. Sorry. If I didn't answer your question, please restate it or something. Every part of the cow is used. Some is very necessary. Well, which parts, Dookie, which part are necessary? I'm not familiar with any parts of a dead cow that are necessary. We can replace all of them. In fact, it would greatly benefit humanity if we did replace all of them. I don't choose for me if I wish I eat meat. Well, it has moral implications. Here is the thing, right? This logic kind of doesn't work because if you replace the victim in that logic, then you come to weird conclusions, so weak. If you replace, for instance, the animals who are killed for meat with babies, human babies, the logic becomes horrific, right? So if human babies, or even dogs, if dogs were killed for meat, right? And you weren't accustomed to eating dogs, right? So you're not from like China or Cambodia or wherever, right? I think you would be outraged. Well, we just apply that same logic to all the animals. It's not okay to exploit and slaughter animals just because you like the taste of their body. It's not okay, right? Unless you can justify it somehow. So far, I haven't heard a good justification, except for just saying I'm selfish, right? And selfishness is inherently problematic to the society. If you live in a society, you shouldn't be selfish, man. Isn't cow meat extremely good for you, stomach bacteria? No, it's terrible for your stomach. Where did you hear that, Will Smith? I want to see evidence for that. Will Smith, for real. If you can find a study that tells you that it's good for your stomach bacteria to put a dead thing in there, to put like a dead animal in there, please send it to me. So I have my email in my bio. I have all of my social media links. All of my DMs are absolutely open. You can find me everywhere, including Discord that you can hear in the background pinging and shit. What's up, Ariane? How you doing? The Real Thing, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Oh, it jumped again. Fuck. Somebody's message was deleted. Somebody was naughty. Don't be naughty, guys. Don't be jerks. Don't be jerks in my chat. I mean, if you can say that I look malnourished, you would be wrong factually incorrect. But other than that, you can say that. Why take supplements for something that we can ingest naturally? Well, you can ingest naturally as well. But the thing is, first of all, animals are fed supplements. We went through this, right? Animals are fed supplements, so you're taking supplements anyways. That's not a natural thing. They're given lab-made supplements in their food so that they aren't malnourished, the animals, right? So it's a waste of a supplement. You can just eat it directly. But also, it's not natural either way, even if they weren't given supplements, because farms aren't natural, slaughterhouses aren't natural. Nothing about those animals. They are genetically modified and they are selectively bred. Nothing about that shit is natural. So taking a supplement is like, it's the best way to reach your nutrition goals when you don't care about your diet the way I don't. I just don't have the time to like tick every single box in my diet, right? The vegan diet doesn't come with like, ages of experimentation or something like that. So you have to kind of tick the boxes. You kind of have to learn how to eat naturally on a plant-based diet. But naturally doesn't mean anything in case of animal farming, but also natural doesn't necessarily mean good. Supplementation is better. Supplementation will keep you nourished in the easiest way. You just grab one of those every single day and that's it. That's so easy. And then you can eat whatever the fuck you want. You just have to prioritize protein, obviously. Plant protein. Plant is sad. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you saying that plants cry? All the best. I'm not understanding what you're saying. Just Chris mate, unfortunately vegans are often look sick or unhealthy. Well, no, that's your bias. We went through this already. That's your bias. So when a plant-based person, they're not vegans necessarily, just went on a weird mean plant-based diet, when somebody is not eating enough protein or not even eating enough nutrients, they just like drink juices or whatever the fuck, or stare at the sun or drink their own urine. When one of those people gets sick, the titles of the articles say like, oh, vegan diet is malnourishing. That's just bias, man. Vegans, generally speaking, are healthy, athletic people, right? There you go. All of these Olympians are vegan, right? And some of them I haven't even put in yet. Those Olympian champions, record holders are vegan. This record holder, vegan. This Mr. Olympia bodybuilder, vegan. All of those Olympic medalists are vegan. So no, vegans don't look malnourished. Vegans aren't malnourished if they're doing it right. If they're not going on a stupid diet like a juicing all day, right? Non-plant-based people can go also on a stupid diet and find themselves malnourished. Just Chris, mate. And I think I already answered this for you. So I'm not sure why you're repeating a claim that I already debunked. I'm not sure. 55-year-old jiu-jitsu champion, 7-time champion. He's not malnourished. All of these bodybuilders are not fucking malnourished, right? This guy never ate meat, ever, in his life. He's not malnourished, man. Animals do the same to other animals without care. Well, Velocet, I think you have a human brain. I can assume this by you typing into the keyboard, right? So comparing yourself to animals is kind of weird, because animals also like rape each other, right? Do you think rape is okay? Do you think raping other animals is okay? Or raping other humans is okay? Probably not. The answer is probably not. And that's what animals do. So like taking morality from animals is kind of weird. It's kind of not the thing that we should be doing as humans. We have the capability to have discussions about morality, have philosophical discussions, logical discussions. We should learn morality from each other, not from animals, frankly. You look nourishing, okay. Oh, somebody wants to eat my body, kill me and eat my body, interesting. Plant food in the UK are banned, illegal substance from China, which gets you high. I don't know what you're saying, Will Smith. Oof, it jumped again, sorry guys. I'm starting in the middle somewhere. If I haven't answered, repeat it. Timothy, I'm not sure what the stupid point was. But the others lyle you, I don't know what that means. He never eats meat, but still can keep looking healthy. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Ogio. Look at your physical condition. My physical condition is fantastic. What are you talking about? I don't look malnourished. You're just biased, maybe. Rode, I don't look malnourished. I look very healthy. In fact, I don't look my age. I look much younger than my age. I look strong. I build muscle. Not much yet, but we've just started, right? I'm doing great. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what people mean by looking malnourished. I'm not skinny. I'm not showing bones. I'm not yellow or something. I look fine. And I'm not malnourished. My blood tests say so. And your brain is obviously not okay. My brain is fantastic. I'm firing on all 10s. I'm very smart. What are you talking about? People are just so biased. Rode, you're just biased, man. Please admit that. You're just biased. Some of these examples are dumb, though. A lot of those bodybuilders take steroids. Well, this guy doesn't. He's a friend. He's a friend of mine. He doesn't take steroids. This guy doesn't take steroids. All of these vegan fighters, they don't take steroids. He probably takes a little bit of steroids or took in the past. That's true. This guy doesn't take steroids. All of those are Olympians. They don't take steroids, man. They don't look like they take steroids. They're grabbing this guy, yeah, Mr. Olympian is. But everybody is, right? So if you can be Mr. Olympian on a plant-based diet while taking steroids, because all Mr. Olympians are taking steroids, right? Then it's morally unjustifiable to eat meat to become a Mr. Olympian. That's all we're saying. She's not taking steroids. She can't. She's participating in the meets that require extensive testing. So are they. Those are Olympic lifters, weightlifters, record-holding people. They don't use steroids. They can't. Genuinely. Steroids are horrible for your body, agree? Everybody who takes... no, Timothy, I wasn't graped when I was born. I was graped later in life, though. So thank you for, I don't know, saying the fact. I wasn't graped, I was sexually assaulted. Don't you think there is a cycle or a rule of nature that is being followed? Like, for example, if you have just bunnies on the island, there's nothing there to hunt them. Yeah, but you're not listener. Maybe if you are on an island where there is nothing to eat except for killing bunnies, but you're not in that situation. You get your nutrition from a supermarket. And therefore, when you go to a supermarket, instead of reaching your hand and grabbing an animal product, you can reach your hand and grab a plant-based product, right? So there is nothing natural about our lives. The fact that I'm talking to a microphone in front of a camera, I have 2 screens in front of me. I have a fan on me because it's hot as balls. Thank you, meat eaters. It's fucking hot because of you. Only partly joking, I'm sorry. Once in a while, I gotta be crass. But no, nothing is about it is natural. But if you want to be in a cycle of life, you can still be in a cycle of life by eating plants directly. Oh, you jumped again. I'm sorry, Felix. I bet that you look a pic of you if you took a pic of you a week ago, and I told them this pic is before you. Yeah. If I took 2 pictures, one a week ago and one from now, and show you this is before I went vegan, this is after, you would probably tell me that there is a difference, although I'm vegan in both. But generally speaking, I don't look malnourished, guys. You're just projecting your biases on me. I'm sorry to say, it's one of those things that have to be said, and I don't know how to say it nicely. I try to be nice, right? But I don't know how to say it nicely. When you come into my chat and you're saying, you look malnourished, based on what? My skin is healthy, I have muscles, I don't look too skinny, I don't look too old for my age. In fact, I look too young for my age, or younger than most of my peers. What are you basing it on, if not your personal bias? It's how it works, right? You say, oh, this person is a vegan. I heard that vegans are malnourished. Therefore, this vegan must be malnourished. Therefore, I must say that I look malnourished. That's how it works. That's the process we have in our minds. By the way, guys, whoever subscribed to put in the chat, right? Go check out my videos. Some of my videos that are not live streams, right? They talk about these concepts, these psychological concepts that go on in our lives, that are kind of impeding our lives, right? In generally speaking, we're just not very good at being thoughtful throughout our lives. There are quite a few processes that generally impede our progression as human beings. One of them, for instance, is cognitive dissonance. And I just put in the chat my video about cognitive dissonance. It's really good, it's funny, it's not preaching veganism to you, all right? It's just talking about the concept of cognitive dissonance. And it's actually, once you understand what cognitive dissonance is, deeply, truly, you start seeing it everywhere. And you see how much bad it produces in the world. Our reaction to cognitive dissonance is ruining our lives, for real. And once we understand when our reaction is actually cognitive dissonance, it provides a reflection, an introspection, like anything else in the world. Even if you're not going vegan, you should start noticing your cognitive dissonance rising, because that's when you react by telling vegans they look malnourished when they don't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They take steroids, not all of them, not at all. Those guys, the Olympians, the Olympian record holders, they can't take steroids. They can't, for real. They're being tested. It's part of the sport. They're all liars. Well, if they are liars, the meat eaters are also liars, so they're on equal footing. If they're taking steroids, the meat eater Olympians are also taking steroids. They don't even look like they're taking steroids, bro. They look so natty. Holy shit. She looks so natty. I'm on my way there. I hope I will have this V-taper one day. I'm working on my lats still, but my bicep is getting there. My side delt is also... I've been prioritizing it, but I've been only lifting for a couple of months, so it's still a while to get there. I think that vegans start with their conclusions and work backwards. Means that in pursuit of winning arguments, it's easier to accept established narrative. Example, white savior view of civil war. I don't know why you say that, Bishi. I went vegan for compassion, basically, but it was a logical compassion. It was just basically understanding that if I care about the lives and well-being of animals like cats, why the fuck don't I care about the lives and well-being of animals like pigs, chickens, cows, right? All you need to go vegan is understand that animals don't deserve to be exploited and slaughtered by us for stupid shit like taste pleasure or unnecessary things to wear. We can replace all of those things, and the rest really doesn't matter. The rest is just to support my claim, and it's truthful. I'm not like lying to anybody, right? Like when I went vegan, I knew nothing, right? And I was sure that I'm shortening my life, and that the rest of my life I was anemic, as I told you guys, that I'm gonna be even more anemic, and that I'm gonna like suffer greatly by going vegan. Fortunately, it didn't happen, but I was going to do it anyways, even if it was a detriment to me, because it's just so unjust what we do to animals for these unnecessary products. But also, thankfully, I was incorrect. I will live a long life. I am not suffering, and I am no longer anemic, because I stopped going like, oh, I should get my nutrition from natural foods and shit like that. And I'm just taking a supplement instead. I should be sponsored by Naturello. Naturello, please sponsor me. It's funny. Once they sponsor me, I'm gonna feel like really bad with shaking their fucking supplements in the camera. But anyways, listen, it's not correct. It's not correct what you said. I'm not working backwards. Whatever evidence there is, I haven't found evidence yet that goes against the entire population of the world going vegan. The entire population of the world should go vegan. It would be morally much, much better if we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products, basically because we just like the taste of them. It would be environmentally much better to not exploit and slaughter animals, because it's to great detriment to us having livestock for unnecessary products. And we're going to become more humane by default. And we're going to like reduce the greatest killers, the cardiovascular disease, the certain types of cancers, like gastrointestinal cancers are like 40% of all cancers that people are inflicted by and die from. The number is, I don't remember the number exactly, but it's something like, it's great. The gastrointestinal cancers are killing a huge amount of population, or getting them sick and going through terrible procedures, frankly, right? So it's a win-win-win-win. I haven't found a loss yet. Bishi, if you have a loss, if you have something that says, oh, veganism would actually be detrimental in this area, you should send it to me. My DMs are open, my email is open. I would love to go, I love this shit. I love going through claims like this, right? Because usually what happens, that it strengthens the vegan position. It makes it stronger when people present evidence to me, but I'm open to it, right? It could be that in one single instance of some kind, veganism would be worse for animals and humanity, right? It could be, but it still would be better in all of these so many ways. I almost dropped my bottle like 10 times. Let me read a bit more. Oh, it jumped back again. Can you share your Discord? It says in the name, but I don't see it. My Discord, please only go there if you're vegan. For real, for real. If you're not vegan, it's just not for you, man. Here's the Discord link. There you go. I mean, you can go there if you're not vegan, but there are not going to be like debates against veganism there. There are other places for it. If you want to go to English Hub and have a conversation with vegans, you can do that as well. And I can give you the link if you want. If somebody wants to do this, if they want to go to the English Hub to talk to vegans who are not me, you can do that as well. And just let me know. English is not my main language. You're doing okay, Audio. That's why I sound like a child, missing the words I need. I think I understood most of the things that you said. You're doing great. You can improve by listening to people as well. My English is okay, so you can probably learn a few things. Animals are like humans, are not made in the image of God, therefore they can be eaten. If you do not believe in God, you cannot make objective moral claims. Well, I'm not making objective moral claims, though, Martino. I think most people, if they value human rights, then they should value animal rights as well. But also, I don't know why not being created in an image of God means it's okay to exploit and slaughter them. I don't know why you would say that. I mean, I don't see the correlation. Like, if God came down, right, he haven't been here in a while, but if he came down to Earth today and was like, sorry, what was your name? Sorry, Martino, right. Martino, if God came down to Earth today and he saw that Martino has the choice to exploit and slaughter his creatures or to not exploit and slaughter his creatures, because although not being created in the image of God, they're still his creatures, his creation, right? So if he saw that Martino has the choice to exploit and slaughter animals, but or not exploit and slaughter animals, and chooses to exploit and slaughter animals, what do you think he would say? He would say, good choice, you chose wisely to exploit and slaughter animals when you don't have to, when you could have spared my creatures? I don't think so. Like, what kind of a God would say that? I don't think it would be a just God that would say such a thing. I think God would, if he came down, would say, go back to the way it was in the Garden of Eden, where he gave you all the seeds and the plants to eat, and didn't tell you that you can eat animals in the Garden of Eden. So, I would change my diet if I would look like a 50-year-old lesbian with 30s. I don't know what you mean by that. I am a lesbian. I'm not 50-year-old though. You can guess how old I am if you want. I don't know what a 30-ish means. I'm sorry about that. But you're still gonna look like you, man. You're still gonna look like you. That's the point, kinda. You're not gonna look like me. I'm unique. I also still look like me, despite not eating animal products. Humanity has never been farther in its advancement, and the scale at which we advance currently is insane. Animals have no impact on humanity's greater good. Well, I don't know why you say that. The fact that we raise livestock has a terrible detriment to humanity. I went through it. I can go through it again if you want. 3 idiots. Tell me if you want me to go through it again. Just how detrimental us exploiting and slaughtering animals is to humanity. No, you can just eat plant foods, OGO. There is a plenty of edible plant foods. You don't need to eat meat. You don't need to eat animal products. You can smoke weed if you want, but that would be incredibly beside the point. I'm a non-vegan for logical compassion. Well, vegan inconsistency, I don't know why you say that. But you've been trolling this account for a while, so. Can you share your Discord? It says that in the name, but don't see it. Oh, I already did, sorry. It jumped again, fuck. This is incredibly. What's up, Haz? How you doing? Haz, send me your channel URL, please. I want you to get more subscribers. That's what I'm working for. Please send me your URL. What's up, Twisted? I'm drinking, Arian. I'm drinking. It's hot now, but it was cold coffee, but without the plant milk. I just removed plant milk from my life. Might get it again one day, but for now I'm doing great. I like the taste of like instant coffee. It's never a debate with vegans where gender is the same as Islam, convert. Well, no, not convert. Show people that their ethics are already vegan ethics. That's what we do. Why do vegans push the choices on others? No, we show, what we usually do, Aran, is show that your ethics are already are such that you should consider animals and not pay for exploitation and killing of animals. If they are not, we just leave you alone, right? If your ethics are not such, meaning if you don't believe in human rights or something like that, if you think the only thing that matters is your selfish wants, then we just move on. We don't try to push our choices on anybody. That's just a misnomer, a misunderstanding of what's happening, right? Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. If you don't believe in human rights, there is absolutely no reason for you to go vegan. If you do believe in human rights, the same logic applies to animals. Because, and I'm gonna show it to you this time, guys. Is it in here? No, it's, there you go, right? So, here we have two objects. And these objects are like logical objects. So, and a human is a logical object, right? So there is a circle called A, animal, and it has all these traits in it that makes an animal. One of those traits, well, we'll get there. And then there is a circle called human, and it also has like traits that humans generally have, right? So what people usually think that we say humans and animals are the same, but that's not correct. There are many differences between humans and animals, but there is a correlation. There is a Venn diagram. There is a middle that there is something that animals and humans share between them, and that thing is sentience. So sentience, let me just go there, is the ability, there you go, sentient is the biological ability to be conscious. Okay, it's also called primary consciousness. So something that arises only in animals, plants can't do it. And humans are also animals, right? So it's a reason in us as well. So when you are sentient, you become morally relevant as a question, or is it okay or not okay to do this to this object, right? Back to these objects, right? Plants, for instance, are not a morally relevant object because there is nobody in there. There is no consciousness. There is no individuality in that being. Animals, not all animals, but most animals do possess that. They possess this individuality, this the ability to feel pain, to experience fear, to experience joy, to not want to die, right? And it's a conscious type of decision to not want to die. Animals, generally speaking, in slaughterhouses everywhere, when they know that you're about to hurt them, they're trying to run away. They're not sticking around, right? So this is the thing. If you believe in human rights, you should extrapolate that to animals as well. The basic human rights exist because humans are sentient, humans are conscious. Like, can you imagine giving a human right, the right to live, to a tree? Who cares? There is nobody to care in there, right? But humans care about their lives, generally speaking. Some of us are suicidal, but generally speaking, humans care about their lives. And therefore, it's not okay to take that life away. Animals also care about their lives. And therefore, it's not okay to take their lives away, all right? So again, Aran, if you don't believe in human rights, vegans are not gonna continue talking to you. There's just no point, right? If you do believe in human rights, if you do believe it's not okay to exploit and kill humans, for the same reason, it's not okay to exploit and kill animals when it's unnecessary, when it's unjustified, right? We sometimes kill humans when it's justified. We sometimes kill animals when it's justified as well. in case of animal production, in case of animal agriculture, it's unjustified. Like if you put humans, and you can trait equalize those humans, you can say, well, those humans basically have like the consciousness and the ability to reason of a pig, for instance, who's incredibly smart, right? If we put those kind of humans in the place of animals in animal agriculture, is it justified to do this to them for basically taste pleasure, for basically your convenience, for basically you not wanting to change your habits, right? I think it's not. If you say that it is, we can't have a conversation. That's it. Sorry, I'm gonna have to jump again. Shit. Is this a place for debate for people who mostly agree? I don't know what you mean by that, Coffee, almost. But here's the thing. Even if you want to have a voice debate, I have a link for that. You can go to the Discord server that is open. It's right here. All right. People are having conversations there, right? Oh, I should probably unshare my screen. I've been showing my screen there. That's all right. So, Coffee, almost let me know if you want a link to that place where you can debate vegans, and I can send you there. It takes about 10 minutes, I think, to be verified and shit like that. And bodybuilding is totally different from strength. Also, Jesus fed us fish. Well, if Jesus fed us fish, maybe. Also, it's kind of a mistranslation in the Bible, but that doesn't really matter. We are not in the times of Jesus. I didn't just show bodybuilders. I showed actual athletes. So this is actual strength athletes, and they hold records. They're Olympic record holders, and they're vegan. So, or at least plant-based. No, I think both of them are vegan. That's why they're on this list, right? Both Clarence Kennedy, he's a fantastic activist, and Kendrick Ferris, he's a latest Olympic weightlifter, broke US record, lifting 831 pounds. I don't know how much that is because I work in kilograms, but it sounds like a lot. It sounds like 350 kilograms, something like that. That's crazy, man. Vegans, mate, strong as fuck. Okay. It really jumped. I'm so sorry, guys. There are a lot of questions. Thank you for your kind responses. I actually feel a little different about it now. No problem, Maran. Most vegan platforms block me. No, I'm not gonna block you. So basically, right, I'm having this conversation right now with my chat, but the same conversation, kind, gentle conversation is going on in the Discord. If you want to join there, Aaron, they can talk to you like voice to voice, right? And then it's like a bit easier to immediately ask questions, to immediately say, well, I have this perception, and then I'm gonna talk to you about it. For real. So if anybody wants to join the English Discord, the English Hub, our room specifically, the room is called Vegans Are Better. Please tell me in the chat, like tag me, right? So it lights up, and I'm gonna give you the link. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna give you the link. Anyways, if anybody wants to join and have a conversation, a kind conversation with vegans in there, you are welcome to go. Give me a second. No, invite people. There you go. That's how you do it. There you go. You can go there. Vegan Jesus is in there. He's incredibly kind. He explains veganism very well, according to like the AV culture, at least. We have a few disagreements, but that's fine. So he's incredibly kind, and he can explain a bunch of stuff right in there. So you can have a conversation. Let me just write to them that I'm sending a few people. I'm sending a few people in. So if you go in there, guys, it takes about 10 minutes to get verified and stuff like that. And then you can join the Vegans Are Better chat, and you can just have a conversation there. But please, listen, guys, here's the thing, right? Join with an open mind and not with a troll mind. If you're gonna join with a troll mind, you're gonna be trolled back. That's just like self-defense. That's just a matter of fact, right? Humans care about their life, and part of that is nourishment. Animals have to die for our health. No, they don't. So you can be healthy on a plant-based diet, and therefore they just don't have to do that. None of that has to happen. If you care about your life, in fact, you should probably go plant-based because it's detrimental to your health. It's detrimental to your health. It causes cancer risk, increases cancer risk, right? Eating specifically meat, right? It increases cardiovascular disease because it increases your LDL, right? I have like the lowest LDL in my age group. It's like, it's weird. Like in my like work, I talk to people like a lot, and I ask them. It's like my work is in clinical trials, so basically trials with human subjects. And whenever volunteers volunteer their blood or something, we have to ask them questions. And so, like, a lot of people my age, they have to take medicine to lower their LDL. I don't. My LDL is so low that I'm like cardiovascular disease proof, right? But guys, it's not just about you, right? That's kind of a selfish way to look at it, right? You can be healthy on a plant-based diet as long as you take like a supplement or two and like prioritize protein and eat like an array of foods, right? You can learn all of these things by applying to challenge22.com, and they can provide you with a dietitian who can help you out with that stuff, right? But veganism is about animals. It's about not exploiting and killing animals. It's not justified. Unless you have a justification, so far I haven't heard a good one that isn't incredibly easily debunked, I'm sorry to say. Listen, guys, here's the thing. Another truth bomb here, right? I would also prefer to like not think about all of this stuff, you know, and go back to my life and just eating whatever the fuck, right? I also really enjoyed like the taste of flesh and all of those stuff, right? I promise you, there is a way to break my veganism. If you prove to me that the animals that we exploit and slaughter for those products are not sentient, not conscious, right? That the animals are not sentient, not conscious at all, globally, right? I'm gonna be on the first plane to China to eat a dog steak. I promise you. I will break my veganism for a dog steak immediately, right? But the fact of the matter is that animals are sentient. They have consciousness, they have the fear, they have the will to, the extremely strong will to live. And therefore it's immoral to do this to them, completely immoral. On the premise, if you believe in human rights, you should also grant animals those basic rights, because those rights are granted based on sentience. I want to understand your perspective. To me, it's wrong to say that a plant is okay to kill, but a cow isn't. I think you meant, to me, that's hypocrisy. Well, plants are not sentient. There is nobody in there to care about their life, and therefore taking their life is absolutely meaningless to them because there is nobody there. So plants are not morally relevant because of that. It's not a hypocrisy. My line is with sentience. If a being is sentient, if a living creature is sentient, then it becomes not okay to exploit and slaughter them for unjustified or very, unjustified reasons, right? I don't think like taste pleasure is a good justification. Plants are not in that category. They are not sentient. And I can prove it to you. Amuadr. I'm sorry, I hope I pronounced that well. I can show you the evidence for that. Because I've been treated so nice, I'm here actually questioning it a little. A lot of vegans go full attack on me. Well, it depends yeah, sometimes vegans are a bit more like verbose and emotional. I try not to be because I think this is better. This facilitates a conversation better. But think about it like this, right? If a vegan ever attacks you, right, or they're like extra emotional on the top of that, every single day of their life, they watch the people they love do heinous crimes against sentient beings. It wears you down a little bit, you know? It's like being in a time of slavery and watching your parents own slaves, for instance, right? It's incredibly detrimental to one's understanding of the world. It breaks your ability to see the world as just, as a good place for creatures. You know what I mean? But also it could be that you trolled them a little bit and they trolled you back. Around, it could be. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation, so I don't know. I can't voice debate. We'll do it later. That's fine. I posted the link. But listen, guys, if anything that I said makes any kind of sense, you gotta be able to have a conversation about it. If you believe in human rights, you have to have a conversation about animal rights as well. It must. Oh, I got disconnected. It says weird. In US, more bees are killed than all land animals raised for slaughter, plus all fish raised for slaughter. Yeah, that's a terrible thing, vegan inconsistency. But the thing is, they are killed for animal production. They are not killed for plant production. And I can prove it that to you, vegan inconsistency. In fact, I'm not even going to wait for you to ask for it. I'm going to prove it anyways. So, first of all, before I show this, one sec. First of all, most wild bees are displaced by the honey production. Honey bees are produced, right? They are hatched for this reason. And then they are sent out to pollinate and to bring back the pollen and to create honey, right? And then they come back into the queen bee and produce honey. This is the thing, because beekeepers create a lot of honeybees, artificially bred honeybees. They displace wild bees. They starve wild bees, basically. But it is true that bees are also used for crop production. The thing is, it saves bees to use them for crop production. It doesn't kill them. It saves them. So this is a survey of beekeepers, and it says right here, beekeepers that are migratory or use their colonies to pollinate almonds, and this was about almonds, but all pollination of all plant products, or all plant foods, whatever, had equal or lower losses compared to beekeepers that do not have these practices. So these results suggest that moving colonies to pollinating almonds does not increase the chance of mortality, as some have suggested. In fact, there may be a benefit associated with pollinating almonds or the management practices employed by beekeepers. So plant production actually saves bees, and animal production kills bees. If you mean pesticides, more pesticides, like too many crops are used to feed the animals, about 43% in fact. And so like killing animals for crops, feeding those crops to animals, feeding the forage that has been also harvested to feed to animals, and then eating those animals on top of eating plants is just, it's going to be more animals killed. But also we're talking here about unjustified exploitation and killing. And it is justified killing when the animals are killed by pesticides, because the insects specifically because it basically saves the food of the world, right? And including the animals that you eat, vegan inconsistency. So that is an incorrect thing to say that more bees are killed for slaughter. It's just incorrect. I hope that's, the viewership is reducing. Guys, if you want to have conversations with vegans, please go to that's challenge22.com. If you're ready to go vegan, take challenge22.com. Give me a second. If you want to have a conversation with vegans, please go to this place, to Discord, and have a conversation there. Voice conversation, a chat conversation, you can do whatever. Our voice would be better, though. Let me just paste it so I don't have to every single time. So there is a channel there called Vegans Are Better. Wait to be verified, and then you can have a conversation. If you have any more questions, please put them in the chat. I'm not doing well. I need more people in here answering questions. Anyways, plants do have protection mechanisms. That doesn't mean they're sentient. It's chemical response. So, Amouad, here's the thing, right? I can provide you with a paper to read that dispels the idea that plants are morally relevant in any kind of way. It's a bit dense. If I were you, I would put it in ChatGPT and just ask it to summarize, because it is a little dense. It's really hard to read, okay? But it dispels the myth that plants are in any way morally relevant. They are not individuals, they are not conscious. Even though they have like a protection mechanism, literally everything does. The gut bacteria, your gut bacteria has protection mechanism. That doesn't mean that it's sentient or morally relevant. Like if it was, we would all be like mass murderers on top of some of you eating animals and stuff. Schizo Temple. Veganism kills less plants than meat eating. Yeah. Correct. SMCW. Honest question. I never hear it addressed by vegan groups. How do you weigh the sentience of different animals? Cows die for beef, mice, badgers, birds die for grain crops. Why is one okay? Well, it's not about sentience. All of those animals are sentient and they are as morally relevant as cows and chickens and pigs. What's different is the context, and I hope you are listening, SMCW. The context is different. Animal agriculture is unjustifiable because it's for unnecessary production that wastes calories, wastes resources, wastes water, increases greenhouse gases, and exploits animals. So plant production doesn't exploit animals, it doesn't slaughter animals, it kills animals in a justified way. But by the way, if we can grow crops without killing animals, I would of course greatly prefer it. But in the food production the way it is, mostly because we produce animals for food as well, mostly because of that, we need to monocrop. And the monocropping is the thing that makes it necessary to use pesticides to kill animals. It's the increased production of crops for animal feed is the thing that drives crop production to kill animals. But also, morally, it's justified because we don't want to starve the entire human population. And that is what's going to happen if we eliminate pesticides right now in the food production the way it is today. In the vegan world, we can do veganic farming because we can reduce the amount of crops that we create, right, for food, because we can have lands that can just sit there and like feed the populations of mice and then we can have a separate crop production for us as well. That's all possible only in the vegan world. You know what I mean, SMCW? I hope that makes sense. If you need to ask a follow-up question, please do. I think it's not good to eat plants. Why, Schizo Temple? It's amazing to eat plants. It increases your longevity. It reduces your risk of cardiovascular disease. It reduces your risk of several cancers. Why? And it reduces your risk of diabetes, by the way. So why? Kind of unclear. Sorry, vegan inconsistency. I'm going to just jump over you because you're not going to change your mind. I have a feeling about that. And it's just jumped. Okay. Thanks for the answer. If you have a follow-up question, you're welcome. If you're looking at it from a skewed perspective, I'm not looking at it as a skewed perspective. Every moral question has context, right? Some context makes it morally not okay. Other context makes it morally justified. But by the way, I think we should reduce crop deaths as well. I think we should do it. It's just impossible in the world as it is today. Once we go vegan, it's going to be possible. And I actually advocate for like producing all of our food in the lab anyways. Just let's produce our food in the laboratory. It's going to be tastier. It's going to be healthier. It's going to have all the nutrition we need, disease risks. And it's going to reduce our impact on animals, potentially. That's what I'm saying, right? So I'm not sure why you're saying it's from a skewed perspective. Some contexts make it justifiable, other contexts don't. Lamb-produced meat is of same or better standard, I would agree. It's better because it doesn't exploit or kill animals, potentially. It doesn't exploit or slaughter animals. That's the best argument I have for lab-grown meat. Well, I see it, SMCW, if you have more questions, let me know. But I see there is like a reduction. There is a conversation going on in Discord. Let's go there for a little bit, and then I might round it down.
To talk about veganism.
Oh, are you vegan?
You don't sound very enthusiastic.
You vegan, isn't it?
I am, yes, and that's what this channel's about veganism.
Okay, so I got some
Oh,
questions.
you vegan. Oh.
Okay, fire away.
So how long have you been vegan, bro?
6 years.
6 years?
Yep.
Oh, so how you feeling this last 6 years? Like, what about your health?
Better than I've felt for many years before that.
No way.
I've never been so healthy.
No. Really?
What's funny? I mean, what's amusing about that?
Bro, you really like feel better without eating any meat?
Why would I need meat? Do you know what the highest protein food is on the planet?
Milk? I don't know.
No. No.
Not even close.
What?
It's something called seitan, Seitan.
I would say TVP is
What product is that?
bigger.
I've just typed it in the side chat. Seitan is made from wheat gluten. It's the gluten that's in wheat, and it can be made into stuff that tastes very much like meat, and a similar sort of consistency. But it's made from plants.
Oh, it's like meat but made from plants?
Yep.
Does it taste like meat?
Yeah. Well, you flavor it, so you put whatever flavors you want on it.
Oh, like fish?
So you know, when you buy a piece of steak, you don't just eat the steak as it is. You put all sorts of seasonings on it to make it taste good. Well, you can put the same seasonings on seitan, and it tastes just as good.
Okay, when you eat it, then you put flavor like fish flavor.
No, it's not like fish.
Not like fish. Okay, like horse.
It's not like
No.
any. It's not like any animal product.
You could flavor it like fish.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to. There is Yeah, that's very true. There is fish flavored plant-based food.
So you wanna
Sushi.
like remember how cow tastes?
Yeah, I do
Like-
remember. Yeah, I remember bacon butties. They were lovely.
It's bloody lovely. So did you just haven't you like put like some cow flavors in this tasty meat?
The, what do you mean cow flavors? What do you mean?
Like you said, I can flavor wherever I want.
Hello,
Like fish,
dear
cow.
meat haters.
Wait,
I'm not like
wait.
okay.
Sorry.
So you eat seitan without any flavor?
You flavor it with whatever you want to flavor it with to make it taste.
What's
However
your
you,
favorite flavor?
But if you're hardcore, you can just eat flavorless.
What do you think veganism is?
So what's your favorite flavor?
yeah, let's get away from that. I've got dozens of flavors. I'm not here to talk about flavors. Right. What we're here for is to talk about the needless abuse and killing of other animals. So,
Okay, so if I don't kill any animal but I eat meat, is it bad or good?
if you find a dead animal
Yes,
somewhere,
my dear.
right, Jonathan, I am going to mute. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
No,
Right.
no. Yeah, Turkey.
Right, hang on a second. I've just muted Jonathan because he's just here to cause trouble. So, Monkey, again, what were you saying? What was your last point?
No, don't call me monkey. You can call me monkey. With E. Not eat here.
So, veganism is about not exploiting and abusing and killing animals needlessly. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, I guess, guys, you guys still have lots of questions. All right, I'll come back to here. Unless you want to tell me to go back to the conversation, and that's fine as well. What I do right now is just I eat 1 meal per day. Why? That's not necessary. I don't own a car or anything like that. For me, that's the best. Well, it's for you the best, maybe, but it's not the best for the animals. If your 1 meal a day includes animals, that's not good for the animals, right? Because if we go to the environment, diets compared, and you look at this article, right? You want to reduce the carbon footprint of your food. Focus on what you eat, not whether your food is local or whatever, and not whether your food is 1 meal a day. I don't know why you would eat 1 meal a day. It's not a good idea. Humans usually function better when our nutrition is kind of spread out. But it's your decision. But if that food, like if that 1 meal a day has rights violations in them, I wouldn't. I mean, that's like immoral. What's up, Neil? How are you doing? Well, yeah, let's go back to the conversation. It's interesting.
Veganism, I've told you what it is. It's about not exploiting other sentient beings needlessly, right? So if you see a guy kicking a dog and hurting the dog needlessly and laughing about it, how do you feel? How does that make you feel?
That would hurt me, bro.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it. It's horrible. So do you think as well as not deliberately and needlessly hurting animals, we should respect them? Should we respect their right not to be hurt?
Yeah, I agree. We should respect them, bro.
Yeah. So we're in agreement. It's wrong to hurt them needlessly, and it's right to respect them and respect their right not to be hurt. So the next question is, how can you truly respect them if you force them into slaughterhouses, cut their throats open, and then chop them into pieces to be eaten? How can you respect them if you do those things?
I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, we can respect and eat them at the same time, I guess.
How does that work? How can you respect someone and kill them and eat them? How does that work?
But it doesn't work with human. It works with animal, bro.
But we've just agreed that the
Vegan inconsistency, I'm not sure what you're saying by can answer for an ideal vegan world, as you always say. What do you mean? I've answered for any world, in my opinion. Lab-grown meat can be without rights violations, but even if it had for a while rights violations in it, it would be incredibly reduced rights violations, so I'd still support it tangentially, as long as they stop violating the rights at some point, because it reduces rights violations, and therefore it's more moral than our current food system. And you can get the cells through all the things that I wrote down. Freshly deceased animals can have their cells harvested, like discarded cells, like discarded feathers, I don't know, an animal nicking the skin on something, and you can gather that stuff. Basically, you can stock some animals in a sanctuary and grab whatever falls out of them. If an animal has a baby, the placenta can be used for that as well, to grab like the stem cells, and then you can use stem cells to grow any kind of cell you want. So there are like a gajillion ways, maybe not gajillion, but at least 10 ways where you can get absolutely ethical animal cells. And in case of human meat, you can just ask for volunteers. If somebody wants to volunteer their cells for production of human meat, there is no moral violation there. Sorry. So I don't know what you mean. Why can't that work for humans? You don't have to, because humans can consent, but humans need to consent, in fact, because there is in humans there is an extra layer of taking their DNA and doing something with it. There is an extra layer there. So it wouldn't be morally bad to eat lab-grown human meat. Kind of disgusting. All of that is kind of disgusting, you know. But I don't care. Like, if you want to eat flesh, that's the ethical flesh. There is ethical flesh that you can eat right now in this world without lab-grown meat. I can give it to you if you want. Vegan inconsistency. You can become an ethical meat eater right now without lab-grown meat. Are you gonna do it? If I give you the instructions on how to be an ethical meat eater right now, will you become an ethical meat eater? You couldn't. Surely capitalism won't be a focus of an ideal vegan world. Well, it's irrelevant. A vegan world can be either capitalistic or not. Capitalism doesn't entail rights violations. It can be a capitalistic system, and an adjusted capitalistic system that doesn't violate the rights of people. But yeah, I would prefer it not to be capitalistic. I am a huge supporter of universal paycheck kind of situation. I really want to retire. I don't want to work anymore. So there you go. But it's like beside the point. A vegan world can be capitalistic. Why do you need volunteers? Because of the DNA thing. Because you can do stuff with human DNA that can be relevant to that human. Because humans don't like, for instance, you know, you can frame a human for murder with their DNA. You can clone them, maybe, potentially, probably, at some point. You know, and humans don't like that kind of shit. Animals couldn't give a shit. So with animals, this standard is going to be different, but it still shouldn't be a rights violation for lab-grown meat. That's it. I don't think there's any difference morally between eating human flesh and eating cow flesh. It's just that most animals, like humans, have a natural bias towards their own species. Maybe, but we should break our biases. Biases are not a good thing. Once you recognize your bias, you should start working towards eliminating that bias. That's what we should do with biases. That's why the scientific method exists. It exists to eliminate the bias as much as possible. Now, Amoada, now that you recognize that there is no difference between eating a human flesh and animal flesh, you should stop paying for exploitation and slaughter of animals. And if you need to help on how to do that, or you have more questions about it, you should ask them, because we are here for you. We are here for the animals, but we are here for you as well, right? You should do the thing that is morally good, in my opinion. Because I think you hold ethics that is very similar to veganism. You just need a few tweaks on your ethics and on your actions, right? Neil, whom did you block? Probably vegan inconsistency. If you present capitalism, babe. Well, no, I was just answering your question about why should we consider the wants of people when it comes to human or animal flesh, lab-grown animal flesh. Well, if there is no rights violation, I don't give a shit what people do. And why is it relevant if people want it or not? Because of capitalism. People want stuff. As long as that stuff doesn't increase rights violations, I might care for like the reasons of environmentalism and shit like that. But I was just answering your question, that specific question. I'm not for capitalism. I might be convinced to be for like a really, really highly rehabilitated capitalism, as it is right now. It's not good. But again, capitalism can be done without rights violations. It can. It just isn't right now. So it's an is-ought fallacy for you to claim it otherwise. I'm not surprised they do bans. Well, it doesn't matter. They can block you if they want. They can block you if you want. You're being like silly sometimes, you know? If they don't want to have a conversation with you, they can block you. It's fine. I'm not surprised. I mean, dude, you probably have a block list. Vegan inconsistency. You probably have a block list. So don't like be a hypocrite. Yeah, I mostly agree with what you say. The difference is I don't have a sentience standard. Why don't you? The standard is life. Well, even if your standard is life, then you should still be plant-based at least, right? Because it kills the least amount of life to be plant-based. But I don't understand why your standard would be life. Do you think the bacteria, the billions of bacteria that you kill every single day by brushing your teeth, do you think that has moral relevance? Bacteria are alive, right? Do you think that has moral relevance, Amouad? I'm sorry. I'm shit with names. Is too new asked, I think, to get really into it on the YouTube comment section. Well, you can join me in VC if you want. We can have a conversation, like a voice conversation. In any ways, Amouad, even if you don't want to have a voice conversation right now, please stick around, please stay subscribed and come to my next live streams, because we have these conversations often, and maybe I can persuade you to not value the bacteria that you kill every single day, but value actual sentience, because that's what matters when it comes to morality. Oh, you blocked Luis Ghetto. Well, there you go. There you go. You have a block list, so fuck off. Don't be like hypocrite. It doesn't matter though. Vegan inconsistency. People can block you. It's just a matter of that's what the platform is. If Neil doesn't want to have anymore, look at you blabber anymore, they can block you. It doesn't matter. There's nothing good or bad about it. Morality is not a ladder. There is a cutoff, and it's a pretty clear cutoff. If a being is sentient, they are morally relevant. It doesn't mean that you necessarily avoid at all costs to kill them, right? Or to like exploit them or whatever, right? It just means that now you are morally accountable for that being or towards that being. And animal agriculture is not morally justifiable. How is that hypocritical? Blocking me is wrong, you're strawmanning. I'm not strawmanning. You never said, well, it doesn't matter. You complained about it. You complained that they blocked you. That's the hypocrisy. If you weren't complaining, if you're just stating a fact, then I apologize. I'll change my mind. You answered, I'm not surprised. Well, it just sounded sarcastic, so, or like cynical or something like that. Like, I'm not surprised. You know, like a lady doth protest too much kind of situation. By the way, vegan inconsistency, you never answered my question as far as I saw anyways. Would you become an ethical flesh eater if I provide you with ethical ways to get meat? Will you stop acquiring your animal products unethically? That's fine, you didn't complain. I retrieved my hypocrisy claim. You're not. You exploiting. You're paying for exploitation and slaughter of animals. That's not ethical. Unless you don't care about human rights and you would bite the bullets on human rights. But I don't listen. You troll all the vegan. I think I'm wasting my time on you, frankly. You troll all the vegan channels.
Why'd you mute me? I got muted for nothing.
Jonathan, please mute your mic. I've just unmuted you.
Yeah, but
So-
why did I get muted in the first place? Like,
We're just having a
Because you were
conversation.
interrupted.
it's the real reason.
Jonathan, we're just having a
What did
conversation.
I do to get muted?
Do you mind waiting or I'll mute you again? Right, so. Monkey, sorry about that. So we've given you challenge 22, which I really, really recommend that you have a go at doing. I think you'll get a lot from it. And it will help you to
Face.
see that
He
vegan
just
diet
woke up.
isn't some sort of weird thing that these strange people do. It's a wonderful thing and you can enjoy it and you can be more healthy from it. But the biggest of all things is that you will be saving the lives of hundreds of animals who otherwise are needlessly being killed in your name. That's the biggest and most important thing. Does that get through? Do you understand that?
Yeah, I feel that. It's a good point.
Yeah. Good man. And thank you for being open-minded and listening.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So will you give challenge 22 a go?
I'll look for it. Actually, I'm down, bro. Like, for any challenge.
It's in the side chat there. So
Yeah, I said.
get signed up and have a go. And look, just come back and chat to us another time if you want to. If you want to talk about it more, you're more than welcome.
Okay. I'll prepare more for y'all.
Yeah.
You should
And just
probably
Just think
also-
the sooner you do this, the fewer animals will be killed in your name. That's important.
Yeah.
Dominion is also a good documentary that you should watch.
Okay. What documentary?
It's called Dominion. You can look it in
Dominion.
on YouTube.
Alright.
I'll post in the chat.
Dominion. Oh yeah. Like 2018. Film.
I've just posted it in the side chat. It's there, so you can watch that.
Yeah, search that. Yeah.
Dominion is rough, but I'm used to it. I've been screening it for so long. They can't hear me, by the way.
That's a good documentary to watch to understand what you are paying for currently.
I think I'm gonna go soon, guys.
Any more questions?
It was a good
Monkey?
day. It was a good stream.
Oh, I don't know. I got a lot of responses for today. I think there's enough for me for today.
Okay. Go away, have a think about it, but don't think too long, because every meal you have is another sentient being exploited and killed in your name, and you want that to stop. So think about it seriously. Watch Dominion. Watch Dominion and think about it seriously.
Not gonna lie, Neil. I think vegan inconsistencies questions were valid. It's just their inability to actually change their mind
Seriously.
is the problem.
I'll take any challenges because life is short. I want to
And the
experience
fact
this,
that they say
a lot of
those
things in my
things
life. And challenge 22 is
in mind that they're not going to
kinda-
change their mind.
kind of good.
They're probably going to repeat the
I'll
same
accept that,
questions to
but
other vegans as well.
First, maybe I will think about them more.
By the way,
But,
vegan inconsistency, I was very
Right.
morally
So all you need
consistent,
to do
wasn't
now
I?
is change that word maybe to, and in fact, just chop out the word maybe and say, I will think about it more. Be positive. You know it's a good thing. Be positive. Do it. Don't just think about it.
Oh, I have to pee.
Okay.
I would also add that you just said that you like enjoying your life, right?
Thank you, Pia.
And the
You're
animals
awesome too.
also would like to enjoy their lives, and you are taking them away, taking their lives away from them, right?
Guys,
Yeah,
if you want to, if
And
you
you
want
can
to,
not be a part of it anymore.
I'm gonna mute it for a second. If you want to join my Discord server, and especially if you want to join the Discord server to propose young vegan, small vegan creators on YouTube for me to contact, to add them to that vegan feed. My Discord server is acting like a vegan feed. Every time a vegan who is part of my list releases a video, it's gonna pop up in there. So you don't have to go on YouTube to look for vegan content. You can just go to this Discord and all the vegan content is gonna appear. New creators are gonna appear. So if you know small creators, let me know. I'm gonna add them to the list, okay? Here's the Discord server. Please join if you want to be a part of this. I think it's a cool place. I think it's a cool thing. It's gonna help vegan YouTubers who struggle greatly. I know because I went through that struggle, still do, right? So it's gonna help us out. So if you want to join, please do.
And I know it's a big change. I know
Sorry,
it's
I
massive.
keep muting that place.
But think about your reasoning and think about those animals.
I'm gonna go pee,
currently
guys.
being killed in
I'm
your
gonna go
name.
pee.
Okay.
Make it stop. Make it stop, man. It's
I feel you. All right, brother. Thank you.
okay. You take care. Come back anytime.
Yeah, my man.
Jothian.
Oh wow. I love that it is what it is phrase.
Sane.
It's so meaningful.
Yes. Mark, I think you're hot miking accidentally.
Am I? Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Jothian, did you want to talk, Jothian? Sorry, Axel, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
It's just saying.
Y'all snowflakes, bro.
What did I do to indicate that I'm a snowflake?
No, I'm not talking about you.
Okay, well,
You're talking about me.
I mean, I don't know who specifically was, but
Well,
I said something like that.
Maybe before you start throwing
Hello,
insults
dear meat
around.
haters, and I got muted for that. So obviously there's some snowflakes in here.
Seems like you are the
Wait a minute,
snowflake that is complaining about getting muted, right?
Yeah,
Seems like you're the snowflake.
So I've muted you again, Jothian, and if you've just come in here to hurl insults at people, you'll continuously be muted and then you'll get banned. So you're not really doing yourself any favors. So I'm going to unmute you now, and maybe you can just be a bit more polite.
Yeah, and stop being a snowflake, okay? Just have a conversation.
We're here to talk about veganism, by the way, if you want to, and you're more than welcome.
Do you ever do something else like other than muting?
Can we
people?
hold on,
Do
hold
you
on,
have
hold
a
on, hold on?
possession or something like that?
Can we
all the
like
time?
hold on? Could I just ask you something? Could I just ask?
No, I'm
Because
just
I
wondering.
hold on. I also am
He
getting
has a job,
super
or all
annoyed
he
with
do is
the.
like,
Hold on, I'm
I'm
getting
here.
annoyed with the muting as well. But I can only stop it so much, okay? Because if you keep on being annoying, they're gonna do it regardless of what I say. All right. So, just could we move on from being offended by the muting for like 5 seconds, and could we just go on to having a conversation?
I mean, it was you guys who told me to show up in the conversation, and I asked why am I getting constantly muted? What's wrong with that? I was just there in the
Okay.
chat, and you guys called me out for it.
Well, I'm not here to say why you're constantly muted. All I can say is that what will prevent it is by actually pursuing a productive conversation. So, are you willing to pursue a productive conversation?
And I'm just here to listen. Okay, go ahead. I mean, listening without getting muted. Like I'm not gonna talk, but I don't want to get muted either. I'll just listen without the mute. Okay, if that's fine for you guys.
Nobody
It's fine
will.
for the vegan because I think he's really into muting. I don't know. I think he's really into muting. I think that's, I don't know.
Nobody will mute you for listening. It's only when you start talking over people and interrupting that you'll be muted.
No, I wasn't interrupting. I wasn't
Yes,
interrupting.
you were. Yes, you were.
I just said hello. I just said as a joke, "Hello, dear meat haters," and you straight up muted like that. That was all.
Yeah, well, if you come in here saying meat haters, then you'll be muted because
that's a simple joke. We're just laughing. I mean, why are you getting so offended over it?
I'm getting a bit bored of this now, playing the victim.
yeah, stop playing the victim and either listen or go somewhere else.
Okay.
So you
I'll
made
just
that
listen.
stupid joke. You made that stupid joke. You were asked to stop, and then you continued interrupting, and then you were muted. If you want to deny that happened, that's because maybe you're delusional and you don't know what you do anymore or something. But that's exactly what happened, right?
This is getting.
And now you can continue crying about it or have a productive conversation. That's up to you.
I'm not crying over anything. I'm just.
You are
We're
crying.
gonna
You've been crying for the last 5 minutes.
Just asked why I got muted for like around 5 times in 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness, dude! Clearly,
Oh my
God, this is
clearly you're not trying to do anything because you keep on just crying, dude. If you really didn't want to talk, you would just simply mute yourself and then ignore everybody. Like a fucking man. But no, you're here crying like a fucking little baby, over and over again. Oh no, they muted me. When I given you like 7 outs to fucking go down this rabbit hole, like I've given you several times to just say, okay, yeah, I'll move on. It's still kind of annoying, but I'll move on and I'll have a productive conversation. Or
Axel,
I'll just simply mute myself.
Axel, if he's not here to talk about veganism, then what's the point of even like talking to him?
Yeah, I think if he's had too much estrogen from milk.
Just to troll him just a little bit.
Next.
Sorry, I got bored with that.
I didn't kick him. I think the bot has override to the ban command now.
How, where, what, why, when? How can the bot override a ban command?
I don't know.
And how does it make decisions about that?
I don't know. But I can do that.
So how do we get rid of people now then?
I don't know, but I just disconnected him.
Axel, what's up?
Hi. Life is crazy right now, but hi.
I bet. I'm streaming, by the way. Don't say anything that you don't want on stream.
Oh, I mean, I guess this could be on stream. I just put out I'll wait. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
Do it,
No,
do it later.
no real life shit. What am I doing?
I'm so sorry, Axel. I shouldn't have asked. You just look so not woken up yet.
So, I am not. Well, I'm pretty woken up. I'm just
Lost puppy kind of situation.
yeah. I'm sitting on my little bean bag instead of my chair today.
Yeah. Ryan, you wanna have a conversation, Ryan? 2.0. That's promising. I love 2.0 people. 2.0 people think about the second layer of morality, don't they? That's what the name promises anyways. Anybody else in here who's not vegan and is willing to turn on their VC and have a conversation? Of their mic, rather.
Well, if nobody is going to say anything, the reason my name now is Morally Superior Vegan VPM is because you have missed some of the most entertaining conversations with flat earthers. I have even made a song on this behalf. One of them, their name is Says Who, and he is so salty that I am vegan that all he could call me was Morally Superior Vegan. And so now, like, I've built my whole identity around it. I've wrote a song because of it. It's so funny. Yeah, it's pretty, like, you should have been there. You would have laughed so hard. They, every time that you start making sense, they start to kick you out. Like I asked them last night, because they were just saying there's no measurements of the curvature, and I was like, okay, how do you measure that the Earth is flat? And they were like surveying the a plane, right? And I was like, okay, surveying is just observing, right? Like it's just a fancy word for observing. And they're like, no, it's not. It's a true measurement. And I'm like, and then I look it up, right? And I'm like, well, what's the difference of using that as like a fancy telescope with numbers on it than looking through a telescope to see if the Earth is, you know?
Oh my God.
Like, and then they were just like, oh, you're just taking up the chat now. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh my God. Be careful though, Axel. You know why you should be careful in Flat Earth. Be careful.
Why?
I'll tell you later. DM me and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. Today was rough waking up. I don't know, the last few days, sleep disorders are extra brute.
You got a sleeping disorder?
Oh, I got 3 of them.
3 of them? Name
Yeah.
them.
Who's that? Is that I like hurting people? Is that you?
I'm not hurting people.
No, okay.
I consider myself as non-threatening. Okay, so tell me, what are your sleeping disorders?
So the first and most foremost sleeping disorder is delayed sleep phase. In some people, that's habitual, but for me, it's congenital. I have it ever since I was a child.
Okay,
So
there
I
can
think
be some steps taken against it. lower your skin screen exposure.
No. I do all. No, hold on. I do all that. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. I apologize. I just.
No.
Every
Just
person
go
with
for it.
sleeping disorders has gone through this conversation. Just let me finish, and then if you have propositions, I would love to hear them. Right? But
I do have one as well, so I do relate to you.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that delayed sleep phase is sometimes habitual, so it's derived from habits, but sometimes it's just like congenital, so genetic. I was born with it. There is nothing I can do to fix that. Nothing.
Dude, I relate to you because, like, my family, including me, has insomnia.
Yeah.
So if I ever get myself a glass of water at like 2 a.m., I'd see my mom in the other room watching like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
My dad is scrolling, and so is my little brother. So I do relate to you. What I have though is called night terrors, basically, and combine that with acid reflux. How I'm going to put it. Basically, I think we're on the same page.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you tried taking sleeping meds?
Oh yeah. So I've done melatonin for like 2 years. The specific dose, the 0.5 grams for delayed sleep phase, but it works fantastic with habitual people. It just makes me feel like a zombie because for me it's like congenital. I have 2 more sleeping disorders. One of them is obviously insomnia, and that's the shit that I fix with avoiding screens. I basically sit in almost absolute darkness for 2 hours a day with the screens very, very low and shit, and with like
do
the
you
thing.
physically like tire yourself every day? Like, you do physical activities and stuff?
Yeah, I lift weights. I try to walk a lot.
Okay,
the sleep, the insomnia is almost non-existent these days because I have a pretty good routine about it. I drop coffee off at some point in a day, so that's not in my system. I also take glycine before I go to sleep. That shit dims it lowers the body temperature, and so it like creates a deeper sleep, but also it makes me sleepy. But because I wake up every day at the same time, go to sleep every day at the same time, dim my screens and turn them like amber color, very amber color every single day, sit in darkness basically for the 2 hours before sleep, because I do all of that shit, insomnia is not a problem for me most days, unless I work myself up. For a while, I would come into English Hub every single day before sleep, and I would have debates. That shit ruined my life for a little bit, but I stopped doing that as well, yeah. And my third sleeping disorder is restless leg, which is also, it's controlled by basically taking high doses of iron, especially after I menstruate. Yeah. It needs to have like ferritin levels very high, dangerously high, by the way. So that.
And so is your iron levels, because without that, you can't get the ferritin to actually, you look after your blood as well.
Yeah, you have to take a supplement. These days I just take a multi-supplement, and it has like iron in it. And after I menstruate, I take a very high dose of iron for a little.
Girls do like lose like a lot of iron.
Yeah, females.
Due to yeah.
I'm not really a girl, non-binary. But so
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's fine. So restless legs is also not a problem for me. The only problem that I actually have, and it's absolutely cannot be fixed, is the delayed sleep phase, because it's not habitual. It's hereditary for me.
I see.
Yeah. If I could find a job that I can do while waking up at 12 in the afternoon, I would be a happy person.
I mean, yeah, you can bring in extra money.
No,
So,
I have a specific career that makes me wake up relatively early in the morning.
What is that specific career?
I'm a study monitor, and study coordinator, so like a research assistant kind of situation.
How well does it pay?
It pays pretty well. I'm on partial. I work partial time, so only 2 or 3 days a week. And
what are the
it pays for my
digits?
bills. That's why I do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good.
So I can concentrate on my YouTube career instead, on all of my vegan activism instead.
You try to be YouTuber as well. Nice.
Well, I am a YouTuber. I'm monetized recently. Not that
even
many,
marketing?
about 1,100 right now.
1,000. Nice. I got 2. How many views have you got like accumulated?
Well, today there was 10,351 views.
10,000. Oh, that's nice. Like,
Yeah,
what is
the live
total-
stream right now.
What is the total count
Of what?
of the views?
Per stream or like per what? Like all total account?
Yeah. Total account view.
Analytics.
You can just,
Yeah, give me a
you can just
second.
check it from your bio.
Yeah. So it's 34k views per month.
Ooh, that is pretty good. So like, what's your RPM? Current RPM right now?
I don't know. I don't want to look into it right now. But also, this is a channel like to talk to like non-vegans. Are you vegan, DJ?
Oh no, I'm not. I
Okay.
eat everything that it's nutritional and stuff. I just
Everything
avoid
that
fast
is
food.
nutritional, plants are nutritional.
It's like not like non-oily food, not too much sugar, just everything that I can eat.
Yeah. So you know that veganism is not a diet, right?
I know about vegan diets, but
No. Do you know what veganism is?
absolutely, like you
Uh-huh.
just eat meat, like you just don't eat meat, and you just
No, but why don't we eat meat is the question. Veganism is like a philosophy, so why don't we eat meat? Do you know?
I didn't really dig in that much. Maybe I don't know. Tell me your views.
Okay.
Why you dig into
Yeah.
veganism?
Yeah, so veganism is a stance against exploitation and slaughter of animals. So the reason that we don't eat animal products is because it causes rights violations to animals. It exploits and slaughters animals unjustifiably. And that's why we avoid it. It's not a diet. It's not a dietary choice. The dietary implications.
I didn't assume it was a dietary choice, but that's the reason. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
I mean, we also don't like go to circuses or we don't exploit animals for other stuff as well. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's not just not about not eating meat,
Food.
quote unquote. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So why aren't you vegan?
Because I don't know. I think it's my personal opinion to
Mm-hmm.
be not a vegan. That's all.
Okay.
I like what I get from everything that I can get. I believe we're all like part of the whole environment. So we are predators, and at the same time we're prey. That's the system I kind of believe on, because like there's someone in the food chain higher than me that can eat me, and there's someone lower in the food chain that I can eat. So it's giving me nutrients. It's filling up my belly. It's helping me live. So that's why I eat it. That's all.
Sorry.
It can be more.
Yeah, sorry, DJ. Can I ask if you like live in the woods or something?
Live
Live in the
if
woods?
I have the enough resources, yeah, maybe I would.
No, I'm asking you if you live in the woods right now.
No, I don't.
You live in a house, right?
Yeah,
City, country, town.
it's sort of like a city village.
Yeah, in a
mashup, but
city. Yeah. So why are you talking to me about the food chain, the environment, all of that stuff? Like
because
the
it doesn't
ecosystem?
matter where we live, because we're still in the food chain.
No,
It's
literally. Yeah, hold on, DJ. So
Yeah.
the food chain is a natural concept. It's a concept that only applies to ecosystems. If you're not in an ecosystem, then you're not part of the food chain.
Part of the ecosystem.
No,
The-
we're
the
not.
whole
A
Earth.
city is not an ecosystem because it's man-made. It can be, metaphorically, you can say it's an ecosystem, but let's not play games about metaphors, right? So a city is man-made. It's built by human beings, where you go to a supermarket and you get food. You're not hunting for food. You're not being hunted in a city. So you're not part of none of the things that you said apply to you. Do you understand?
Yeah, but I feel like they do to me. And I've been...
How? In what way do the ecosystem rules apply to you?
Because we have production companies do all of that for us. If we were living in the woods back then, that would be the same thing. The hunter-gatherers era.
No, but no. Hold on. Did you? I'm sorry. I'm cutting you off. I just don't want us. I just don't want us veering into this delusion, frankly, because you are not in a ecosystem. The food production companies, definitionally, are also not in an ecosystem. They are farms. They're factories.
They're farming, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not, none of the ecosystem stuff applies to you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Farming goes as old as the human civilization itself. I don't know how it doesn't, just modernized now. We're going to evolve as much as we can. I mean, maybe in the future sometime.
Hold on. Why does that relevant? I just don't want us to veer into conversation that is not relevant to you. You live in a city, not an ecosystem. Your food is produced not in ecosystem. It's produced in a factory farm, most likely. Right? And if it's not produced in a factory farm, it's still not an ecosystem. It's a parasite on ecosystems. It's not in an ecosystem. It's a parasite on it. So none of this natural though, ecosystem though, food chain though, none of that stuff applies to you. So I don't understand. Why are we talking about this when it comes to why are you paying for exploitation and slaughter of animals?
Well, that's how I like it. That's how I like to live my life.
But when I asked you what the justification for it is, you went into this fantasy world.
I'm not gonna justify anything because we're only here for a short period of time.
Well, that doesn't matter. I'm also here for... Hold on, DJ. Yeah. I'm also here for a short period of time. Is it okay for me to go start killing people?
I mean, if you want to go for it, because you're only going to be here
for a short period of time. Yeah, but is it moral for me to go on a killing spree? Because I'm here for a short period of time. I want to kill. This is my opinion. I should be killing. Is it okay, morally okay for me to like go on a killing spree of people?
People. I thought we were talking about animals.
No, I'm asking about people now, right? Because that's your justification of morality. So I'm giving you an example of that. It is a clear example of immoral thing, right? If I said, well, we just live for a short period of time, so therefore I can go do whatever the fuck I want, right?
You can.
Well, can I go on a killing spree? Can I go kill people?
Of course. Look, if you do,
it's moral for me to go kill a bunch of people.
It's not moral. It's allowed.
No. I'm asking about morality. This is a conversation about morality. Yeah. Veganism is about morality, right? Veganism is about sentient rights. It's the rights of sentient beings, right? It seems like you don't believe in human rights, and is that correct? You don't believe in human rights?
How does human right correlate with sentient rights, like animal rights?
Yeah,
humans are only one part of the whole sentient system.
No, the animals are also sentient. So animals are sentient. Humans are also sentient.
Human rights or animal rights?
Well, they are closely related. We as vegans advocate for animal rights. Can an animal have right for education? As the human that's not part of the human. That's not part of the human rights that we want to. It's not part of the human rights that we want to award to animals. Obviously, trade equalized rights should be afforded, right? So the right to life, the right to not be exploited, the right to not be bred into existence just to be a slave, stuff like that, you know.
Oh, yeah, negative rights.
Yeah,
not positive rights.
Yeah.
What, like just one part of the rights and not the whole thing?
Well, the negative rights, because that applies to the species of animals that are not human. Okay, so humans have extra rights, positive rights that animals wouldn't know what to do with, right?
But at the same time, we also have free will. So I don't know how
why free will matter. Sorry, I have the free will to go kill people. Should
Yeah,
I
you do.
though, is the question. Is it moral for me to go kill
It is
people?
up to you. It is up to you.
Is it moral? On your opinion, right? On
For
your
example,
morality.
For example, you believe in religion, right?
Sorry,
Do you
no, I don't believe in religion. Let's not go into religion right now. Let me ask you, DJ, is it morally okay? Based on your morality, is it morally okay to go and kill, for me to go and kill a bunch of people?
Why, what, how does human people...
How the fuck can't you answer this question if it's morally okay for me to go on a killing spree?
I mean, you can. I'm not gonna...
It's morally okay for me to go kill people on your morality. Man, then you don't believe in human rights.
Without any reasons, no. That's why we have wars.
You don't believe in human rights, right? Or you're playing games with me. Stop playing games with me.
That's why wars happen.
Yeah, war is justified killing, okay? Fine. It's whatever. I'm asking in a specific, me going on a killing spree. Killing spree assumes that my victims are totally innocent, right? If you live in the US, every single day a person goes into a school and starts shooting. Is it morally okay for me to go shoot in... I don't want to say too much because I'm fucking live streaming on YouTube right now. How can you not answer this question? Do you not believe in human rights? This is what I was talking about, chat. If you don't believe in human rights, you can't be vegan. That's the only fucking reason. Sorry, can anybody say something? Because I think I've been kicked.
I can.
Okay, thank you, Distamaya. I appreciate it.
He just stopped talking.
Okay. I have panic attacks because once in a while this could just go quiet for me.
Yeah, no, they just stopped talking. You're totally fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Go on, Axel.
Well, I was wondering why DJ went quiet though.
Oh, maybe because I said for the second time that I'm live streaming and because they realized that they sound psychotic. I don't know. Let us know in the chat, DJ, if that's the reason. Shit.
But in 4K.
It's just so interesting that they advocate so much for the slavery of animals. Like, how do you advocate for slavery nowadays? Like, it's fucking insanity.
Bro, how do you advocate for school shooting? Holy shit. How do you say it's morally okay?
For school shooting? What the fuck? I didn't hear that. I was too busy in my own head.
Dude, I just asked them, is it morally okay for me to go do that? And they said, yeah, at first. You can't. The bullet biters, you can't do it. Like, he didn't even have to bite that bullet.
Holy shit.
Oh, they're still right in the chat. But I think I'm gonna go. Guys, thank you very much. Please keep doing what you do. I sent a few people in here. I hope they come at some point and talk to you guys. Yeah, see you later. All right, my chat, my lovely, lovely chat. Right, thank you very much for coming. This was interesting. I like this new format of starting with the Discord and then going to talking to the chat and then ending with the Discord. I think I need help because I can't follow the entire chat. I'm just, my attention is just incapable of this. So maybe one day I'll find a helper who can like copy paste relevant questions to me somewhere else or something. Oh, yeah, Josh, I'm sorry. Josh, are you still here? Josh, put one in the chat if you're still here. I haven't answered it yet. Sorry, so sorry. Same question posted in the general chat. Okay, I'll answer it now. So, in quite a few vegan debates, I've noticed that when debating carnists who attempt to derail the conversation by asking a vegan if they would compare animal agriculture to the Holocaust, most vegans will say that it's equal to the Holocaust, leading to the carnists to have a visceral response. That's not what they say. I already see a flaw with that question. What they say it's a Holocaust. It's not necessarily equal to the Holocaust that killed 6 million Jews, a bunch of gay people, a bunch of trans people, a bunch of gypsy people, a few Arabs, and quite a few black people as well. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that definitionally what happens to animals is a Holocaust, and then that's definitionally true. Holocaust is a concept that existed before the Holocaust, and so it applies the way slavery, I think, applies. The concepts that exist. Is it equal to the slavery of humans? No, it has different attributes to it, but it's animal slavery, right? In order to negate this argument, would it be better to approach for the vegan to tell the carnists that although the definition of animal agriculture is literally a Holocaust, it would not compare to the actual event in Germany? It could, as a Jew, I could claim that it's worse because of the number of the animals and just how many people don't care about it, right? As a third generation Jew, I can probably say that, right? It doesn't have to be equal. It can be two. One can be worse than the other. Both can be bad. I think biting the bullet of this. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So, Josh, I hope I answered the question. It's, I don't know. It's the decision of the person who's doing the activism. In my opinion, I gave my opinion. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Join the Discord. Tell the small activists that they can contact me and see that maybe we can add them to the feed. The feed exists to promote the small activists, the activists on YouTube. So please, please, please help me populate that place. Help me make that vegan feed work. And yeah, see you next time, guys.